Hello, everybody. We're live. I hope everyone can hear me. We don't have any more technical difficulties. Let me see. Let me
Hello.
see.
Remember to eat ass and smoke grass.
What a great start.
More ass.
Right there. Love it.
That's
So,
how you
welcome
started.
everyone. Oh, we've already got this. This thing is below the camera and it shouldn't be. Welcome to tonight's episode of Emoris, you guys. We've got a couple of announcements to go through before we begin. I'm going to leave the camera there. I'm sorry. There's so many technical difficulties in today's stream. So we're late today, and it's not our fault. Discord updated, and now everyone's layout is messed up, so we had to make a new layout in the past 15 minutes. So shoutouts to Grizz whenever he gets back for doing that. But the layout's going to be a bit different from normal today. Just bear with us, and we'll get there. Running a D&D show is hard, you guys. It's so hard.
You just don't understand the struggle.
I don't get it. Apart from that, it's Civil War's on Wednesday, Morris is on Monday. I don't think episode 11 went up on YouTube yet, but it will be up on YouTube, and when it does go up on YouTube, we'll tweet it out. So follow the Twitter for all of your regular scheduled updates about this regularly scheduled program. Apart from that, I don't have any other announcements. I know that the rest of us have a couple, so whoever wants to go next can go next. Take the stage.
Am I the only one with an announcement?
I think so.
Okay, because he said a couple of people, so.
I was wrong. Never mind. Daito, go ahead.
Tonight's session of Emoris is going to be dedicated to my friend Moore, who I played Dungeons and Dragons with on Saturdays. He passed away earlier this week, and we are all deeply saddened, and our hearts go out to his family and his friends. I only knew Moore a couple of months, but he was great at making everybody around him, feel comfortable. He was always optimistic, and he never wanted to dwell on bad situations. Morph's optimism was a bright light in this soft den of life. He's been suffering with medical issues for a very long time, and on April 2nd of 2020, another torch lighting this world was put out. Morph, we love you, we miss you, and this one's for you.
Yeah, so, Mark played with you, Daito, on Party What Games, right? So,
Yeah.
Our episode today is going to go out in dedication to him and to everyone over there. They are cool people. Go and check them out, especially because they're having a hard time. We've all experienced loss, so we know it sucks. And let this be a lesson to everyone. Stay the fuck home. Wash your fucking hands. All that shit, because it's scary out there.
If it's not you, it's somebody else you know.
Exactly. So, yeah, stay safe, don't be a fucking idiot, and without further ado, let's get into some D&D. So, we're going to go ahead and roll the intro, and when we come back, we'll be ready and seated for episode 12 of Emoris. Yay! Woo!
Hurrah. Beef jerky is a good. It's like a preserved meat.
Nope,
seems
they were
bad.
out of beef jerky, so that's what happened. Anyway, we're live again, by the way. I decided to unmute in the middle of that conversation because I felt like it was nice. random thing to do.
Like, beef jerky is the best. We're gonna go find some now. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all our rations contain some form of jerky.
Yeah,
Some form
exactly.
of beef jerky.
Not
City
mine.
Market has the best jerky.
We're vegetarian in my house. We don't eat meat at all. So
Bones
No,
not
they
made.
make
know what?
You're
vegan-
missing out, you nerd.
the good thing is none of the grocery stores are out of silk milk, but they're all out of regular milk, so we're fine.
That's actually
Yeah.
one thing I have not. I tried like once and I didn't mind it, but I didn't actually try and get more of it because my dad didn't like it, and that was I think almond milk.
It's
'Cause
not
my
bad.
great grandparents got it.
People just get
I didn't
squeamish
mind
about
I didn't
it.
think it was terrible, but
Almond milk is
All right, enough about you crunchy hippies.
Yeah. Anyway, it's time for D&D, you guys. It's been 20 minutes. Okay, so previously on Emoris, the Silver Goats had taken the long trek from your recent small desert town of Bigdaki to the industrial dwarven city of Ernroot. On your way over there, you traversed through many difficult terrains. You fought many deadly creatures. You found your peaceful respite camping amongst the stars and fishing in rivers at night. And eventually, after your long journey, you arrived and met up with Isabel's old acquaintance, one Brawler Bertie, who offered to take you all out for drinks for the night. You all graciously accepted, but not before pretty much all of you chose to wreak a little mayhem in your own ways. Most of you went to the public bathhouse and, you know, made each other uncomfortable and made other people in the bathhouse scared. Alakian went...
uncomfortable. Let's make that clear.
Listen, I can't speak for your characters, alright? You guys know your characters better than I do. Alakian went and looked for some underground criminal life, which he later found that night, in the form of a human woman named Ula, who ran this underground fight club and offered the chance to talk about prospective jobs in the next few days. As this was happening, the rest of you guys all decided to go get hammered, and in one case, fight each other in this barroom brawl, which was spectacular, by the way, before you all retired for the night at Isabel's house, and the next day you all split up to take care of various errands, including talking to your new favorite NPC, a turtle magic shop owner. You all got some fish tacos, you all dealt with your previous night's drinks, and eventually you met back up at Isabel's house in the mid-afternoon to decide what you're going to do with the rest of the day. And that is where we left off. So, as we are all gathered around the interior of this small two-room house, there is like the gentle patter of rain that's seemingly starting to clear up a little bit. But there are still, looming grey, rolling clouds over in the sky overhead. There's the gentle noise of movement and construction outside. And while we are all crammed around the interior of this house, Silvered Goats, what would you like to do?
About what time is it now?
It's about mid-afternoon, so I'd say like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You've got the rest of the day.
Okay.
Wait, weren't we outside? No, never mind. That was earlier. There was something else. Okay.
Yeah, you had just come back.
Right. Was Izzy still shitting?
At this point in time, no. The shits have cleared up. But she was earlier.
Oh, good. Just wanted to make sure.
So don't go in the bathroom for an extra 24 hours.
Otherwise, you'll have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
You will if you do.
Just a human skull floating in the toilet. It's great.
As much as the joke is overused, it is like a fecal Jackson Pollock in there.
Never heard that joke before.
Dear.
You never heard that joke?
You've never heard that?
Nope. All right. Yeah, what did we want to do?
And scene.
what was the plan for today?
You all had a couple options. You had ideas of things that you wanted to do. So, if I'm not mistaken, the play, which is called The Children of Creation, that is tomorrow evening. Alakian, your Convex Order
2 days from now.
audition is the day after. In the meantime, you have a bunch of different stuff that you can do in the city. There's the Banshees Collection, there's the Dumpy Dog Meadery, you can go around a bunch of taverns and inns, there's, you can go back to Via, or there's another magic shop, which a few of you know about. There's all sorts. Isabel, you would know there's the House of the Soul Forger, which is the temple in the industrial district. There's all sorts of crap that you can do, if you so choose.
I mean, I want to keep a close eye on as far as time, because I still gotta go meet with what's her face. What the hell was her name again?
Her name is Ula. That's U-L-A. Very simple name. Ula.
Yep. Cool. Great. Awesome.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but we heard that there might be a bear, an owl bear, out in the woods. And we thought, Thyra and I were thinking it'd be kind of fun to go find that thing, and I don't know.
See what happens?
Is there coin to be made?
I have no clue,
Or is this more of a for fun thing?
but I've never actually seen an owl bear before, so I guess it's more of a fun thing, yeah.
I mean, Mildred said that there could be a possibility of coin if we found the right person or the right people.
Right.
I'm sure there's a
She
message
was
board somewhere.
she was that dwarf that owned that the farm, right?
With the bear problem?
Aye. Nice lass. Emoris down to hunt the bear, aye.
Well, we don't want to kill it if we don't have to or anything like that, I mean, I don't have any signs that it's harming nobody. I was thinking more like we go find its den, find one of its cubs, take it, raise it as our own, and then we'll have a pet owl bear.
No.
We can
Why not?
domesticate it.
No. It's a terrible idea.
Right, don't never touch a bear's cubs. It's gonna
Your friends.
hunt you down.
As
You're
the owl bear king.
literally combining an owl and a bear.
Aye.
So, in my mind, you've got a flying bear that you just took her cub.
Now,
How
can
do you
owl
feel like
bears
that's
actually fly? I've never seen one. Do they
You
have?
said you've never seen one. So.
Do they have
What?
like?
Do I know what to do? I know if owl bears can fly.
Make a nature check.
All right.
Oh, please fail.
Oh, this ought to be good. Natural one.
Yeah!
I mean, you are
Oh,
unfamiliar with what parts of this creature are owl and what parts are bear. You know for a fact that owl is the first part of the word, so maybe it's more owl than bear.
I
It definitely it could definitely fly. So, do you want a flying bear?
Are you
swooping
sure?
Down? Yes.
Can I make an
I
nature
was
check?
thinking it probably has the legs of an owl, and then the top part's the bear.
Nah.
Can I make a nature check? Would I know what an owl bear is?
Sure, I mean it's the word owl bear is pretty common knowledge in Emoris. It's like one of the fabled creatures.
That's an 11.
I mean, you've heard of the word owlbear before. You've never seen a diagram or a picture of an owlbear before, but you've heard that it is part owl and part bear.
Shit, it might actually fly.
You think there'd be more tails if it could fly then?
There's lots of tales of owl bears. Maybe they can't fly very long.
Yeah, but if it could
Like
fly,
a-
do you think that'd
like
be
a
the
turkey.
main part of the terrifying stories? Swooping down from above.
I mean,
Maybe it's more of like a
I
gliding.
I don't think probably many people have tried to steal an owlbear's cub, so it didn't have any reason to chase people.
Right?
To be perfectly fair,
Well, we could go hunt this owlbear and
find out.
get it a little farther away from the city, and then we can find out if it flies or not.
Alright, I'm down.
I don't want an angry owl bear chasing me. I don't want an angry bear chasing me, much less an owl bear.
I feel
you
like
killed
at this
werewolves,
point
you
we've
killed a
dealt
bear.
with worse, like them big ogre things or giants, whatever they were.
They weren't very smart though.
Oh, do you think an owl bear is going to be very smart? It's a bear and an owl. They're not exactly intelligent
I mean,
creatures.
owls are pretty wise.
Eh,
Thanks, Izzy.
I've seen an owl get mad at itself in a reflection.
I mean,
I'd like to see that.
It's pretty good, honestly.
I didn't say they were intelligent. I said they were wise. It's different.
Alright.
So
Oh.
maybe today we should look around town for somebody who's maybe willing to pay for it to be relocated or something.
Would I know of any services that would, like, hire out people to do stuff like that, Equa?
Make a... What would this be? Make an intelligence check.
Okay. This would be okay, that's a natural one.
Nah, there's
Judging
no
from-
like specifics about dealing with relocations of wildlife in the city, because this might be like a strange case. Maybe something would be out there, but it's hard to say. You wouldn't know of anywhere that would specifically look into this.
With all of our travels out in the town, would I have noticed any like message boards or like bulletin boards?
Yeah, you would have seen like postings for jobs around. I'll say from what you could see, there was no talk of looking to hunt or relocate an owlbear at the moment. From what Mildred said to you both, she said it was not a threat at the moment, just that it had been starting to come closer to the city. She said that if it became a threat, then they would post the job. But at the moment, it's not really that big of a deal. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's what she said, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
It might have to be just stuff for fun kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, normally I'd be down for just for fun, but we're not exactly rich with coin here. If
Well-
you catch my drift.
I mean,
That is
I've got more money than I've ever had.
I'm
Well,
sure that's
there's-
not saying much, Wade.
Oh shit! And there's an option. I've been making money here since I was 16, like tricking people, and with more around, it's with various skills and lying and all that. Should be pretty easy to scrounge up a little bit of extra coin.
Did freaking Zoltan, did he mention like whether any of the stuff that I'd be doing for them would involve coin, or was it kind of just a odd loan basis, more or less?
Like what do you mean the stuff that you'd be doing for them?
As in, like, if I wanted to like help with certain things that they might need help with, would that be a for coin or out of the goodness of my heart type?
For them, it would depend on what you were doing. If it was simple, like, things that were, like, practical exams for class teaching, then you'd be doing it for nothing. Most of the time, the Convex Order doesn't pay students, or advanced, but there are, like, special cases in which they would have to pay you. It would be on very specific things. It wouldn't be on everything. Most of the time, you'd be doing it for free, unless you found the coin, you know, on the job.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, sounds good. Well, I may have a job with somebody. I gotta get the details from him first before I agree to anything. But I might be able to find us something.
Any word on what this might be?
What kind of
No.
something?
I don't know. It's just somebody said that they were looking for some people, but they didn't want to talk in open air.
Now, why wouldn't they want to talk in open air?
I don't know. Something they wanted to keep secret. So what I'm gonna do? They told me to come back later this evening to talk to him about it, and if it's something that I think we might be able to do or be interested in, I will definitely share that with you guys whenever I get the remaining information.
It sounds a little
Can you do,
shady.
Yeah.
So if you need some backup, I've dealt with
I think
sort of the more criminal aspects of the city before.
I think I'll be all right.
All right.
They seem more interested in my skills than anything, so I don't feel like it'd be in their best interest, especially if they're seeking help with a problem, to eliminate their possible employee.
Oh, so it's that kind of job, eh?
What kind of job?
It's
the kind
not,
of job you probably don't want to get involved with?
Aye, like that.
Secrets and hiding everything.
I don't know. Like I said, I know nothing more than what I've told you guys. There is literally, I know next to nothing about this other than the person I've met. So,
Why are we looking for a job again?
because we need coin, Wade.
Because Alakia needs coin. He's the only one talking about money right now.
I mean, you don't get far in this world without money.
We've been doing pretty good hunting on our way.
But are we not going to be visiting a few more big cities? Specifically, where the heck was that city? What was the city we're going to?
Recrovy.
Specifically, Recrovy.
Yeah, I mean, when we're in Recrovy, we're not gonna need money. We can just stay up with my friend there. It'll be fine, I'm sure. They got room. No big deal, right?
Wait, could you read minds?
Why, are you thinking about something?
No. I'm asking because...
Well, that's why I can't read your mind. You're
you
not
seem
thinking.
pretty confident that this friend of yours will be open to having uninvited guests that just show up on their doorstep.
Wade, you hear the voice in your head. Technically, you can sort of read my mind. We're, in the same... You kind of can. I don't want to boost your ego or anything, but technically...
No, you're right. I know.
Tell him, yeah.
See, I don't know if I want to get involved in a job where only one of us knows the details.
As soon as I get them, you guys will know if it's something.
But you want to go on your own, so how do we know if you're going to come back and tell us the full story?
You'll have to trust
You
me.
seem
Trust.
you seem
Sorry,
Trust us.
I don't trust you.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's more.
Well, we don't trust you.
Right.
I mean, that's fair.
So
I'm just saying, this is gonna be a trust exercise
Yes.
for all of us.
You sneak off to pick up shady jobs that you don't tell us anything about. You won't
I
let
haven't
Isabel
picked
at least accompany you to get more information. You insist on going on your own.
I haven't picked up any job yet. I have picked up rumors of one. I have learned nothing of the job other than it exists.
Yeah, you guys might be being too hard on Alakian here. Alakian.
Do I believe him that he knows absolutely nothing else than what he's telling us?
Would you like me to request an insight check, Alakian?
By all means.
Go for it.
I'm guessing I need to roll a deception check then too.
If you're lying,
Sure.
yeah.
If you're
I
lying,
mean,
otherwise
I'm
persuading.
lying my ass off.
What'd you get?
22.
25.
No way. Holy shit.
Rolled a natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
No way.
Is that with the new ice cream dice? Or the new,
No, it's
not
with,
Kraken dice?
I don't know. It's a purple dice. No, they just shipped today. I don't
They
have them
just
yet.
shipped, yeah. I saw that on the plate. Yeah, so you don't. So yeah, he's not telling the whole truth. He's telling part of it, but not all of it.
I don't think he's telling us everything that he knows. I think he knows a little more about this job.
Telling me everything you know. Again,
But I feel like he's keeping important details out, it feels like.
look, Elkane, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Look. That was an honest mistake. I'm just like, that's the real name. Again, I think the group would be a little more comfortable if one of us came with you. And again, I am not exactly new around here. I've been here for a while.
That's fair.
People know who I am, and I haven't always been as pleasant as I am
Above the
now.
board.
Above the board, eh? So I show up. You tell them who I am. It's a good possibility that they would be comfortable with me there. And then if they're not, and if they want me to leave, I'll leave, and then we'll trust you.
I'm sure they'd want to meet your work companions, you know? Who's going to be
Right.
on the job with you?
I don't know if this is the type of job I think it is. I think someone who can make a body disappear without a mess. Well, with a mess, but
That's a very fair point
aye.
that I had not thought of.
Now, why would we be
Make a
be doing
body
that?
disappear?
I mean,
I can
to be
make a-
fair,
I can-
how many of the jobs that we've been on, well, I guess not jobs, but did we not make a bit of a mess with most of the stuff that we've done
Aye.
since we met up?
Yes, but the werewolves are killing innocent people.
Again, I don't know why or what this person wants done. That is what the discussion tonight is going to entail.
I would feel a little more comfortable if Isabel went with.
That's fine. If Isabel wants to come with, it's fine, but nobody else. I don't want anybody else that's not already comfortable with this scene to get caught up in it. Because I agree with Isabel that I do not feel like this is an above board type of situation.
Are you like a mobster?
No. I work for myself and myself alone. I work for
Someone
my
who did
interests.
brief-
Are you above killing somebody that doesn't deserve it?
Yes. If they don't deserve it, then it will not happen. If they deserve it, then by all means. If there's coin involved, even better. But I will not kill just to kill. There's no
I
point.
want to
Well,
make an
you're not
insight
killing
check
just
on
to
that
kill,
statement.
you're killing for money.
That's just to kill. That's the same thing. Unless there's a viable reason why that person needs to be killed or taken out of the picture, then by all means. But somebody just saying, hey, I need this person dead, they looked at me funny, that's not going to fly. If they are hurting other people or they are involved in something that's hurting other people, then I am going to take care of the problem.
I want to inside check that thing. The whole thing with him not wanting to kill an innocent person. I want to make sure it's true.
It's 100% true. You don't even have to roll an insight check. It is 100% true.
I'm still want to roll an inside check. Isabel doesn't know that.
You can
That's
still
fine.
roll an insight check if you would like.
It's not. Wait, I need to check my stats.
It's not, oh, fuck.
it's it's a 12, so it's not bad. But I want to.
I mean, he seems pretty honest. Yeah, you trust him enough at this point.
Ah, that's a 13. Fuck you.
He seems
just 12?
quite honest. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Wanted to check.
On a more serious note, Izzy, what is the etiquette on dwarven fighting?
On what? Dwarven what?
Fighting.
Fight yet? What do you mean?
Do I
etiquette?
let them win? Do I pummel them?
Is there any rules? No biting, no
What, fighting
pinching, no
dwarves?
tickling. You know.
No, not really. Just if it's not a fight to the death, don't kill him. But beyond that, have at it. You know, let them win. If you let a dwarf win, he's gonna be madder at you than if you beat him. So just kick their asses, I guess.
So I kind of told Birdie I'd fight her.
Oh, it's a little bad for Bertie.
I told her she had to find a wide open place
Aye.
with nobody around.
Oh, the second part of that is probably not going to be true there, love.
There's definitely be a fighting ring around.
It's going to be a crowd watching it.
Then I would let her know that if she wants to fight me and there are people around, if anything happens to them, it's on her.
It's not on her. She's not going to bring people. People are just going to see it and come watch.
And she's not going to get a fight.
Right, so it's not
Izzy,
going to happen.
I'm sure that there's a remote place out in the woods that surround this giant city that people do not frequent.
It's possible. I doubt Bertie would choose something like that, but if she does, then that's fine.
That was a stipulation for us to fight.
Well, I'm not sure what Bertie's going to choose. So I don't know. If it's in the city, which it honestly might be, people are going to watch it.
I think what Thyra's trying to say is the fact that they agreed that it would be no one else around. When this
Maybe.
happens.
Sure. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to happen. It just all I know is that if you fight a dwarf, you don't hold back. If you do, they'll hate you. So
Don't hold back.
don't hold back.
I think I should hold back a little bit.
Aye, don't
Like-
kill the other person.
Don't
Unless that's
kill
just
her.
fucking murder. But beyond that, I just I threw her through a fucking window. Do you think that she fucking is mad at me? No, not at all.
Look, Thyra, if you're worried about, losing control, I don't mind being there to make you fall asleep.
I think having a backup plan could be because I can usually control when it comes out, but if it gets down to the wire, I'm not quite sure I can keep everything in.
Sure.
We won't let you hurt anyone else if we're around.
No, just me.
Aye.
Just
Just
to make sure you're far enough away that
Fuck, I said
We don't
Alicante
become
again.
the target.
Don't worry, Alakian is going to be as far away as humanly possible.
Alikian's
Somehow,
gonna-
Thyra's just gonna teleport right next to you. It's-
Yeah, Alikian's gonna establish an
Oh, we
alibi
shouldn't do
for
that.
something that's not a crime because he's like, fuck it, I'm not here.
So
Oh.
I'll say this conversation takes, you guys hang out for about an hour. Is there anything else that you guys want to do with the day, or are you gonna hang out?
I mean, Izzy and I need to go see Ula at some point.
Yeah.
Sure.
who wants to go to a rock museum?
A rock museum?
It's not great unless you like rocks.
I mean,
Mm.
I've never been to such a place. It could be fun for those reasons.
Like, what's so special about rocks,
Well, there's a bunch of different kind of stones and gems and stuff. Some of them are old, some of them are never before seen.
Aye.
I'm not sure exactly what is there.
Aye. So wait, there's a little little information for someone who's lived amongst dwarves most of life. When you see a rock, and another rock next to it, they're usually not the same type of rock. especially the different colors and stuff.
Right, yeah, sure.
So it's about that.
I just don't see how that could be any interesting at all.
Well, you're not a fucking dwarf, are you? Trust me.
I am not a dwarf.
Oh, don't get dwarves started on fucking stone and shite.
Like,
Wait, do you want to have a good time? Go up to a random.
90.
dwarf
You mean
in
you
the middle of
don't
the
you
street?
don't think that
90%
my
sure.
axe is interesting? It's made out of a rock.
Oh yeah, it's just an axe though. I can get the metal one. That's just as good.
It's made out of obsidian. It's stone and wood.
Aye, I can get this. I can get an axe made out of metal and wood. So it's just an axe.
Yes, but I'm not sure what part of the country maybe the obsidian comes from. Could be
Well,
interesting
then.
to find out.
what even
You
is
like
obsidian?
rocks? Tip a
It's a
rock.
very black rock.
It's a type of rock.
That is
It's a
all I
rock.
know.
It's a rock. It's. Would I know what obsidian comes from? Being among dwarves for so
Same.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would know, Isabel.
Yeah.
You'd know where obsidian comes from. Alakian, I mean, you'd probably have a vague idea,
Okay.
but not
Alright.
anything,
I really
crazy.
hope that the person, and that Phyllis knows where. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's volcanic glass. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure.
That's what
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So everyone, if I'm wrong, shout at me on Twitter.
You know
Nice.
what?
It's-
Google's a thing.
Google's a thing, but I'm busy. Hey, it's just a type of rock from volcanoes. Wait.
Wow. Wait, Thyra, have you seen a volcano before?
Have I seen a volcano before?
I mean,
I
where'd you
don't
get
believe you would have seen a volcano before.
No, I've never seen a volcano.
Then
Have
where'd
you
you
seen
get
a
the
volcano?
obsidian from?
This axe is my great granddad's. It was given to me by my grandmother.
Have I seen a volcano before?
You have not seen a volcano before.
Have any of us seen a volcano before? I know Isabel probably hasn't.
You
bet
definitely haven't.
Free.
Free and Alakian. I don't think you have. Alakian, you probably haven't seen one. You are aware that there are some volcanoes in Kazari, but yeah, you
Sweet.
would never been over there.
Also, obsidian is a naturally occurring volcanic glass formed as an extrusive igneous rock. So
Good job, Felis.
We were right. I remembered my
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
That's the only reason I knew in the first place.
I remember that because I kind of remembered listening in science class in grade 6.
So, well, as we are
Fucking Paris
sitting
itself.
around, I'll say the time goes on. Is anyone leaving to go to their destination first? I'll say if you want to go to the Matrix Collection, you probably have to leave a little bit earlier than the other guys, because they were requested in the evening, and the collection closes in when the evening hits. So, if you wanted to go there, you'd have to leave sometime soon to get a few hours in. But it closes around like 8 or 9, so you got a little bit of time.
I have no interest in going to see rocks.
No, me neither.
I mean, I
Sure.
can always go by myself someday. I don't have to go today.
Well, if you want company, I mean, I have nothing else planned in town, so don't mind hanging out.
So I guess Free and I are going to the Rock Museum.
Sure, you two can both head off. It takes you a little while to get there because you go from the industrial district to the founders district, and I'll say
Can I walk past the bar and give this cup back while we're out?
the bar is on
we
the
don't.
south side of town. You're going to the north side, and Izzy's house is in like the middle-ish, a little
Hey,
bit north.
Free, I'll bring that back. I mean, sorry, not Free. I'm so sorry. Hey, Thyra, I'll take that back if you want.
Oh, thank you, Wade. Kinda got caught up earlier when we were out, and I forgot. I will give him the cup.
Sure. Sure. So we'll do the Bantrick stuff first, and then we'll go to Wade, and then we'll go to
Tale of the traveling mug.
the other two of you.
Oh god, I
Says
would,
Run
love,
of the traveling mug.
I would love if the mug never got back and was just with us.
Yeah, Wade gets kidnapped again.
Look at that.
So you guys can choose. You can either go through the Bronze Square, which is your standard centralized point in the city, or you can go for a more direct route up to the Founders District. It's up to you all. The Bronze Square will take a little bit longer, but it's not too much, and you'd have a better understanding of where you were going.
I would probably go that way.
Sure. So you do so. It takes about 15 minutes to get to the square itself, and then you hit the North Road going up. And as you progress through this area, the area that you're in is called the Trade District, and it's named that because of mostly in the square there are most of the shops there that excel in various different produce that trades here and there. There's like fruit, and there's the magic shop, and there's Brawler Bertie, and there's the fish tacos and whatever. And it's it's fine, and then you hit a certain point with it's more of like an elevated district. You could almost see it from the square itself, and you start to go upwards in terrain, and where you come into the entrance there are gates, like long thick stone walls with large metal gates that are currently open. As you walk in, you are both fairly nicely dressed, so you guys aren't in like peasant clothes or anything like that, so you are not looked at too much. There are glances from two of the dwarven guards who sit next to these gates as they are open, but they let you on through just fine. And when you get in here, it is nice. This is a lot more snooty upper class of the city. Asking around and following the signs, eventually you do come upon a large white stone building with central pillars that emerge from the front. You have this like central square entranceway on this like middle building, and then it shoots out into like wings almost, with like stairs going up to the front of it. It's big, it's impressive. This is known as the Bantrix Collection. It's nice. It looks nice here. It's a lot less dirty than the rest of the city. And yeah, as you walk in, there are nice worked stone floors of like a greyish, whitish colour. And you are emerged into like a large waiting room with, benches with like puffy red bits on top that aren't just like solid wood. And there are, people humming about here and there as you walk in. And yeah, what would you like to do?
Free, this part of town kind of seems like more your style.
Not as much as you'd think.
Well, I mean, like, looks-wise.
Eh,
It's
Fair
pretty,
enough.
you're pretty. It kind of all goes together.
thank you.
If you get bored, just let me know. I know this isn't something everybody is into.
Oh, I mean, I'm up for new things, so I'll find something pretty to look at, if anything else.
Pretty things are nice to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a window to like get tickets or something?
Much like you have seen previously, there is a desk in the center of this room, but instead of it being like a flat desk, it's more curved in like a circle. And inside the center of it sits a few people, mostly dwarven. There is one elf woman who is a little bit more upkept, a little bit older as well. That you notice there. They're all sort of like, she's sort of flitting around them. They are all sat at this desk, and she's, you get the sense that she's probably more in charge of them than anything.
Okay. I would like to approach the desk.
Sure, you do so. Sitting behind it, there is a nice, dwarven young lady who has, like tousled, dirty blonde hair, like sort of like sides coming down here, like sideburns of like little puffy hair. She looks up. She says, "Hello, welcome to the Bandtrix collection. If you're here to buy a ticket, that will be 2 silver for both of you. Thank you."
Easy
Oh.
enough.
I will give her a gold and wait for change.
Sure. She takes it and says, "Thank you very much," and sort of flits around in a drawer underneath the desk for a minute, and then produces 6 silver in change. She says, "If you just like to wait over there, your curator will be here to guide you on a tour momentarily. We're just waiting on a few more people to come in."
Oh, a guided tour. That's very nice. What's your name?
She says, I have my things now. She says, "My name is Duris. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?"
Cyrus. Nice to meet you, Durs. And I will shake her hand.
She shakes her hand. It's firm, but, you know, softer than the average dwarven hand. And she beckons to a side like area of benches where there are a few people waiting. I'll say it takes, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, as this is the later shift of the day, before people start coming in. And eventually there is now a small group of you guys, maybe about 20 or so in person, sitting there, and eventually the same elven woman who was like walking around behind the desk steps out with a little clipboard in her hands. She's a little bit older. She looks to be comparatively about late 50s. She's got like flat silver grey hair that just falls straight down. She wears, you know, very professional, fancy clothes. She walks up to you all. She says, "Right, hello. Welcome one, welcome all to the Bandtrix collection. I am your curator, Drindus Saran. If you'd all like to follow me, I will begin your tour." She beckons and turns around and leaves and starts to walk down to the east wing of the museum. So that's Drindes, Drindes, Saran, Cerann. And she starts to walk down the wing of this museum. On your way, she walks to the end of it, and on your way you see all kinds of like random stuff. It's kind of nice, honestly. There are lots of different small finicky things of just pure randomness that pop up. As she leads you all to the very, very edge of the wing, you get the sense that you go down and then come back up through the tour. She leads you into a few rooms, and for brevity's sake, we'll go through most of the important ones, so as not to drag on the stream too long. The first thing that you come up on is it's like on a podium in a glass case, and it is this small bit of like purplish grey rock, almost like a shard, that like comes to a point at the end, but it's not perfectly like sharp, and it is just like gently floating in this glass case with little bits of rock that sometimes like sit on the little shard, and they just drift off and start to circle around it. And then eventually they make their way back and join the rock again, and it almost looks flat. It's almost seamless. She says, "This is our first exhibit of a shard of flight rock. As I'm sure many of you are aware, flight rock is the substance that is used to elevate certain magical constructs. And we are lucky enough to have found this shard just on the borders of Casco, maybe 50 years ago." And she beckons to it. You get a few murmurs of people interested in it, and she, you know, talks to them about it. But that's the base that you need to know. The next thing that you come up on is not so much in a case, but it's like nailed to a wall. It is a small, like, handheld device. There is like a handle that's curved, and then it comes up into like a large cylindrical barrel that's maybe like 4 inches long. It's pretty big, and then like a large, like the shaft of it comes down a ways. She says, "This is the first prototype of the boom bar," and there are murmurs about that.
Boom
Out
bar?
of character, yeah, it's a boom bar, Boombar. Out of character, you would know this to be a very, very early developed gun. It's almost like a 6-shooter, but the barrel is much longer. She explains, it takes 1 pellet at a time, and you have to pack it with powder. But it shoots away, and obviously we have refined our riflemanship since then, but this was the first prototype to have ever been invented by Frigga Craftrun. She was very proud of this. Eventually, everyone moves on, and you go to the West Wing instead. If you have any questions about any of this, by the way, feel free to speak up, because you will be talking on the tour, so feel free to do that. The next thing that you come across in the West Wing is an exhibit that is in development. There is like it's not a podium itself, it is like a large flat wall with a room beyond it, and there is a podium in that itself that has something in it, and then a glass box over the top that is kept heavily locked, and there are 2 guards here sitting in front of it. The back of this exhibit is still being constructed, so there are holes in it, and people are still working around it. You see inside of it, there is a completely spherical, like, crimson orb. It's about the size of an English football, I suppose a basketball for Americans. It is slightly translucent, and inside there is an actual live flame that is just gently flickering inside. Around the outsides of it, there are like heavy metal rings of like conjoined rusted metal that don't touch it. The orb itself is floating, and then the rings are outside of it, and they sort of go like around the edges in like an X formation, with like a large heavy piece of metal with just a slit in the front of it on the very, very front of the thing, and these pieces of metal are just clicking around it very, very gently. She goes on to say, "This we are unfamiliar with. This was given to the collection by an anonymous source. Very, very recently, actually, maybe last week. We are currently getting it appraised and sorted for full exhibition, but at the moment it is such a strange find that we couldn't help but exhibit it as it is." As she stops to take any questions.
Does it look like it could fit in the altar?
Make a perception check.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Is this what we missed out on?
Perception 17 plus 6. 17 plus 6, so 20.
So 23.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you were staring at the altar from a ways away. You get the sense that the altar was a little bit bigger than this, but I suppose in theory it could slot on the top of it if you really tried to. I mean, it does float, so it's not like it was... If it was on the altar, it wouldn't be, like, clasped in or anything. It does, like, float above the base of the podium as well.
Have you been able to find out where this, I know you said it was donated anonymously, but have you been able to figure out where, the rock originated from? What region?
She turns to you and meets your gaze and smiles. She says, well, our sources are, very private at the moment, so I'm afraid I can't divulge much information, but, we have not much, of a clue at the moment as to where it came from. We are getting it appraised soon, and we have our finest historians working on the matter, but I'm afraid I can't speak much on it at the moment. And yeah, she
I'm gonna whisper to Free. I think I know what that might be.
Oh.
Am I to tell you about it when this is all over?
No, I'll just nod. Free will just nod.
Fair enough. as you guys make your way down to the very, very end of the...
Oh, I have one more question. The chains around it, does it look like they put the chains there?
I
Or
mean,
does it look like it's...
they're not like chains. They're more just pieces. They're like strings of like weird conjoined metal that is like rusted and sharp in places. It's almost like if you got a bunch of squares and then just like twisted them all in weird locations and kind of smushed them together so that the corners just sifted into each other. That's kind of what it looks like. But the fact that the chains are so rusted and old, you get the sense that they probably came with the sphere.
Kind of wishing I went along now.
Who would have thought history could be so interesting?
Do the pieces of metal kind of look like the chain engravings that I saw on the pillars in the pit?
With your perception check, they do not look to have any engraving at all. They are just rusted metal.
No, I mean like do the chains look like the engravings I saw in the pit? Like on the pillars that look like chains?
No, those were more like drawn chains. Like those were more obvious, like physical chains. So, yeah, not really.
Okay.
Yeah. So as she continues down to the far end of the west wing, this area, as you reach a certain point, maybe halfway down, and it comes into like a big, massive room. And as you walk in, it is dedicated to minerals and rocks and various metals that have been found. It is like it's decorated in a way to pay homage to mountain ranges and mines and things like that. And there are cases upon cases upon cases of different rocks, minerals. There is one that includes like various degrees of iron, some that are from a Kervik themselves that have a slightly more reddish tint, and compared to ones that are from other countries. There's bits of like coal. There is a whole section that's dedicated to the currency of the continent, in bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and electrum. They are solid ingots of those, and also demonstrations of the coins. There is like almost like an adamantine-looking armor that is not functional. It looks older, but it's in a case alongside a whole like array of like mithril teacups and silverware and stuff like that.
What is so interesting about this the suit of armor to be in here with all the minerals?
Well, it was used by a great leader of ours at one time here in Okervik. Say, I don't suppose you're from the city, are you?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Oh, well, that's perfectly fine. This was once worn by our great democratic leader, Horned Blackforge, at one point in time, and eventually it fell to rust after many, many battles inside of it, but now we have the absolute honor of preserving it here.
What was it made of?
Well, this particular set was made of adamantine, but certain pieces have fallen off, and I'm afraid no one would be able to wear it now, not that they would want to. But yes, that's what it was made of.
It's a very nice piece.
Thank you very much. We paid top dollar for this. And yeah, she goes around and...
What's a dollar?
Yeah, what's a dollar?
It's a phrase.
What's a dollar?
It's a common phrase,
I guess I'd only know if I was from here.
Yes,
Kind of like
dollar.
a dollar, I didn't know what it was
It's
for.
just a phrase, it's common rabble. Yes. Yeah, she goes around and shows off all the different minerals, compares them to various places. There's an exhibit on soil, soil in Urnroot compared to Vamsand. There's a soil from Urnroot compared to like the sands of Gazeri, and the harsh, almost ungrowable soil of Uamora. There's like a whole bunch of random crap about various natural resources. There's even an exhibit on the different kinds of trees that you find in the continent, in the different countries. So yeah,
Definitely going to that one.
you go there and you absorb as much information as you possibly can.
I want to know like the like tree of like every country.
Sure. Yeah. The one in Okervik is oak. The one in Crawd is elm. Casco. No, sorry. Yeah, no. Casco is birch. Gazari is like a deadwood tree. There's all sorts of different stuff. I will send it to you all later, if you would really like to pay attention to it. And yeah, eventually your tour comes back around to the front desk, comes to an end, and she says, "Well, it was very nice to meet all of you." She sort of meets eyes with you and nods. Please, if anyone would like to come again, our entry price is very low, and we are always happy to have recurring visitors.
Before we go, can I just ask a couple of questions?
Yes, of course.
Is there a way to figure out what region a certain kind of stone comes from without completely like destroying it?
She hovers for a moment and thinks about it. She says,
I mean, I would assume I didn't bring my axe with me to a museum.
"Sure." She says, "Well, there are certain indicators. It would depend on the kind of stone, I'm afraid. There are certain types of stone that are found in a variety of different places, but, for most of the different areas in Emoris, they have sort of native landscapes, so we could give it a fair crack."
So I have an axe that's made of obsidian.
Right, okay. Wow,
What regions would you
obsidian...
find the obsidian in?
Obsidian is hard to come across. There are volcanoes on the eastern side of Gazari. I would expect that to be one of the places. I have heard that there is a volcano in Uamora, but it's in the Savage Lands over there, so I don't suppose that it could probably have come from there unless it was a family heirloom that dated back centuries upon centuries. I'm not sure. Those are the only locations of volcanoes that I'm aware of right now, but unless it came from off-continent.
That could be a possibility.
I'm afraid my expertise is only in this continent, so I can't be much help if otherwise, but
Would you be more help if you could see it?
Well, potentially, but obsidian is... There's not much difference in the location as the temperature of volcanoes, as far as I'm aware, is fairly standard across all means, but if you wanted to bring it in, I'd be more than happy to look at it with you.
That could be very fun. I'd never seen this stone before, so I'm just very interested.
Yes, well, by
Volcanoes,
all
you said.
means. Yes, I believe that's where obsidian comes from.
We'll have to find a volcano.
And yeah, is there any other questions that you wanted to ask the curator?
I don't have any right now.
Fair enough. So you guys emerge back out into the cool, sort of like tiny evening atmosphere of the Founders District here in the city. And while you are there, we'll go ahead and jump to Wade. Is there anything that you wanted to do apart from deliver this mug?
Sure, yeah. On the way, I want to keep an eye out for message boards.
Okay. Sure, you find a couple. Is there anything that you're looking for in particular?
Yeah, jobs. Because everybody seems to want
Sure.
a job for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of different jobs. There people are looking for. There's a blacksmith apprentice that's currently being sought out. I don't know. There are sought out. Thank you. There are waiters in cafes, bartenders, things like that. It's
Is
mostly
there
lower
anything in
end
the
stuff.
ways of adventurers needed, like goblins need to be slayed from this cave, or
There
or something
is
like a
not-
one-time job. Like
There's not
my
much
child
in the way.
is-
There is one thing that catches your attention. There appears to be a wanted poster that seems to be
It's got a leaky in space on it.
reoccurring.
I was
It does
waiting for
not
you to say
have.
that.
It does not have a leaking space on it, and there is no
Yeah, there's no
reward
space on it.
posted. Also, you haven't seen this one before, and you've been in the city now for I think 2 days, so this is fresh. It depicts a human man with like a slight beard and like shorter hair. It looks to be an artist rendering. It just says, "Have you seen this man? If so, report to." It says the location of the policing body in this city, and the policing body in Okarvik, you just find out, are called the Iron Watch. So it
Okay.
says, if found, or if information is found, report to the Iron Watch.
If found, please return to X.
Pretty much.
Okay.
They are just looking for information about him. Yeah, apart from that, nothing.
Reed, have you
nothing
seen that man?
one-timey.
Have I seen that man?
You have not seen the man.
Okay. I'm gonna take that post. Is that a good idea? I feel like that's not a good. I'm gonna take the poster.
Okay, you take the poster off of the bulletin board.
In before that's the guy we're going to kill.
Or that's the guy you're getting the job from.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That's not the guy I'm getting the job from, because the
Maybe-
guy I'm getting the job from is a woman.
Maybe
As far as I know.
Maybe she's a middleman. You don't know.
Maybe we're
So-
escorting him away.
When I get to the tavern, I guess I'll go up to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
and
It's
give the mug.
it's getting to be the evening, so Elena is there. She takes the mug from you.
Hey, yeah. Just returning this this mug like we promised.
Thanks very much. Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to bring that back, but thanks.
Yeah, it got here eventually. Hey, have you seen this man? I slipped the poster.
She looks down at it and like looks up at you with a cocked eyebrow. She's like, "Why are you part of the Iron Watch?"
What if I am?
Well, then you're in the wrong place. I'm afraid this bar doesn't tend to have the most nice crowd.
What you're saying is he's probably here.
I haven't
now.
seen him, and that's the honest truth. I haven't seen him. As she looks at
Can
you
I
and determines
see-
you are probably not the Iron Watch.
Can I roll an insight?
Go for it.
Yes, Wade.
Am I going green, blue, or red, guys? Come on, tell me which die.
Purple.
Green.
Green,
Purple.
alright.
Purple wasn't an option.
Exactly.
Modifier.
Red and blue together make purple.
Yeah, roll 'em both. Take the average.
Have a minute. just
Hold
'cause
on.
fuck it.
Okay, that was 11, so nothing really.
Okay.
special, I guess.
Sure, yeah. You get the sense she's joking with you a little bit. She seems to be telling the truth.
All right. No, and I'm not with the Iron Watch. I was just curious. I'm actually looking for a job. You wouldn't happen to have any? Not like constant work, because we're only here a couple days, but like maybe a cat's climbed a tree and can't get down, or a boy fell in a well, or something like that.
Very-
Goblins.
Somebody's yellow dog's missing.
Not off the top of my head. I mean, we're always looking for bartenders if you'd like to work a couple evenings. I can ask around.
Okay, no worries. All right. Man, this
Well,
town.
Thanks for the mug.
Welcome. I'm sure we'll see you again probably tonight. You know, my group.
Hopefully, less windows this time. And she beckons over to the window that is now like boarded up.
Yeah, I don't know that lady.
Isabel
Never
sneezes.
Never seen her before.
Make a deception check,
At the
Wade.
same time. Just what the fuck was that?
Deception. Let's see. That's not bad. Where the hell's my deception? 15.
Yeah, she like nods at you and says, "Oh, right. I thought you came in with them. I didn't know that you
No, I just met her at the bar.
Right. Happens. Occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was pretty nice until she broke that window, you know.
Yeah, well, they're paying for it, so I can't be too mad, but, I mean, it's a little bit of a headache on my part, so...
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, next time if I see somebody throwing somebody through a window, I'll stop them.
I'll hold you to that, thank you.
All right. Well, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
throw a
going
weight
now.
through a window.
Okay, well,
Stop yourself and go through that window, you fuck.
see you back
Yeah.
here soon. And yeah, you leave. Anything else that you want to do?
No, I don't think so.
Cool, so eventually you
Nothing in
head
mind.
back to Isabel's house. Are you going to tag along with them? Because they'd be about ready to leave by the time you got back there.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. Since mine was kind of quick, I would have probably headed to them, the Rock
Okay.
Museum,
Oh, you're going to the Bantrix collection.
or like wherever we agreed to meet. I guess I don't know. It depends on if I think I got out before them or not.
I think he was asking if you were going to tag along with me and Isabel.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, where are you guys going?
We're going to see my contact.
I mean, you can go to the
And I
Bantrix
made it
collection if you'd like.
explicitly clear that I wanted no one but Isabel to come with.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to spend the rest of my time looking for Isabel and Alakian.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Fudgios.
Okay, both. Okay, let's see. Dude, I'm just.
I'd like to put my tracking skill to use and track Isabel and Malakian through the town.
10.
Actually, yeah, technically it would be tracking because you're trying to find them. So you can change that to nature if you would like. Or survival,
re-roll,
whichever
or
one it
should
is.
I...
No, you can keep the same roll because it's the roll. Just change the modifier.
It's still. I think it's the same thing still. What did I say? 10?
Mhm.
10. I think they're both intelligence based, right?
No, survival's wisdom based.
Survival's wisdom.
He didn't say survival. He said
Whichever
said
one is
nature.
He said survival.
tracking.
He said investigation.
Tracking is
I get confused.
but
Tracking is
survival.
yeah, tracking is survival, and then nature is like plants and shit. So yes, it would.
Correct.
Yes, it would
So, like,
technically be.
survival would be to follow the tracks. Nature would be to determine what the tracks were for.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yes.
so we're saying survive.
Survival.
Correct.
Okay, 13.
Shit's confusing when you're a new GM. Sure. I'll.
We talked about this last week too, didn't we? I feel like.
Are you guys
Possible.
trying to be stealthy when you go, or are you trying to just get there?
Is that really
I mean,
to
I'm
be...
trying to not be obvious.
Yeah, nonchalant, not stealthy.
Yeah,
That's
not
not really
like
stealthy.
not like sneaking around like alleyways and shit, but
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, on
not
your
like Pink Panther.
Wade, you look around for maybe I don't know, like an hour, because you don't go straight back to the house. So you sort of just hang out and look around for an hour, and you just sort of like peek into places and see if they're there. Towards the end of your hour, you are looking around. Pretty good. And
I do want to preface this. I don't know where this is on our trek, but I do want to preface this with I am going to be watching for people following us. Whether it's, I mean, not
Okay.
expecting anybody from my team to, but like passersby following us
so make a perception
because
check.
I know the general like
Sure.
nature of all this shit. You said perception?
Yep.
That is a 22.
Okay, you feel pretty confident you're gonna notice anyone following you. Yeah, Wade, as you look around, you are sort of near the main road in the south. And as you are in this street, you see like a little bit of hubbub and bustle that's starting to die down a little bit as the evening goes on. And you look and you don't see anything, and you hear in the back of your head, wait, I see him, and you scan your eyes around. And you see just the very, very back end of Alakian's cloak. As he is walking, like a road over, but you can see him through the whatever. Sure, so are you following them?
Yes.
Make a stealth check. With advantage,
I,
you're invisible.
Alright. I'm gonna roll my other die.
Don't roll 2 nat ones.
I really hope not, right?
I've done that before. I've been
Yeah.
invisible and rolled 2 nat ones.
Fuck.
Okay, yes. 22.
Okay. Technically, Alakian meets the DC, which so
How does
hoping
that
that he wouldn't.
work on somebody
If
being
it meets,
invisible?
it beats.
That's
That
that's
is
the only
one-
bad thing about invisibility is that it doesn't actually make you invisible. It just gives you advantage on your stealth check.
Mm-hmm. There are still like
Ah.
footprints, and as the rain is starting to clear up, you know, things will happen. So yeah, Alakin, as you walk, you get like 75% of the way there, and there's just something about this that doesn't quite sit right with you. You aren't sure exactly what it is, but you get the sense that, I don't know, something is around you that shouldn't be there. You don't quite see it yet, but something is around.
I'm not like right up on them either. I want to make that clear.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Following from a distance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With that in mind, I'm going to be paying very close attention, like because you said the rain's clearing up, right?
Yeah, it's starting to let up a little bit. It's more like a light, like spitting now.
Okay. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on the ground to watch for like steps and puddles or like heads ducking in and out of alleyways, like very carefully monitoring what's happening.
Okay, sure.
Listening.
you're looking-
obviously.
You're looking for something else, so go ahead and roll perception again.
Okay. That is one less, so that is a 21.
Yeah, since Wade is technically not doing anything new, the stealth roll stays. So you are aware that something is around you. You're not sure exactly where it is or the radius. You are aware that something is around you, and as you look around, you do not see anything. Is the way that I'm going to rule this, because it's really weird with invisibility.
I'm just going to turn to Isabel. Not whispering, but not shouting either. Just very plainly say, I think we're being followed.
Isabel nod. And what does Isabel do? Is there an alleyway nearby?
Sure, there are a couple alleyways.
I will kind of veer off and sort of beckon Alakin to follow.
I follow.
Okay.
And so the moment we get into the alleyway, I will use disguise self to turn into Alakian. And then
Okay.
tell him to hide.
I will hide as best as I can in that alleyway.
Sure, so make your stealth check. Wade, you see Isabel and Alakian duck into this alleyway. And out comes Alakian, no Isabel.
Actually, no, I won't be coming out. I will be like very obviously like looks like I'm trying to be stealthy, and kind of peering around the corner.
24 on that stealth check, by the way.
Okay.
Ooh. So I want to be able to be seen doing that, but I want to make it look like I'm trying not to be seen, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Trying to be obvious that they are not
So
trying to
make
be
a
obvious.
performance
Yes.
check, Isabel.
Okay, what is plus for that? Not bad, not bad. That's a 19.
Okay. Sure. So it looks you feel like you are channeling Alakian fairly well.
I will do that for a little while, and then sort of kind of duck behind the corner, and then wait for someone or something to happen. If it doesn't, I'm going to leave the alleyway.
Okay. Wade, what are you doing?
Well, seeing how I probably moved to a position where I can see down the alleyway, but I'm not moving right up against it. What kind of alleyway is it? Is it a straight shot? Is it?
It's just a straight shot alleyway. It goes through on the other side to a different road.
Yeah, so I come at an angle where I can see down it. I'm assuming I probably can't see the real Lakehead, right?
You cannot.
I
You just
rolled
see
a
this Alakian.
5 or something. So
Yeah, it's Alakian. You see him there.
okay, I'm just gonna wait for him to move because I'm not like trying to sneak attack him or anything.
I will as I'll start to move sort of away from the road we are traveling, I want to kind of move close to where I know Lakian's hiding and say, meet me there, and I'm going to leave that alleyway.
You do, and you start walking.
Yeah. I want to do a circuitous route and try to make it very confusing so that someone who doesn't know the area will be turned around.
Okay, this is such a weird I don't know how to make you guys roll for this. Sure.
Trying to confuse who's following me.
I don't know. Make a.
I feel like that's like a stealth check still.
I would say either stealth or like
perception.
sleight of hand, even possibly, versus like an intelligence check from Wade or something.
I don't think it would be
Deceiving
stealth. I think it would be.
Perception,
I think it would be deception, because you're trying
I'll roll
to.
deception.
Because you're trying to use a misdirection.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
that's
trying to
true. Yeah,
misdirect
that's fair.
him. So Wade, make an insight check on this.
Oh god, that's a terrible roll.
Get a Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
Yay!
So roll on your
Don't explode.
thing as well.
You're gonna make me do it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna make you do it now.
It's a D100, right?
Please don't blow up the
Blow
area.
up. Don't explode. Don't make another
He's going to be
cannon.
invisible and confused. Nobody's going to be able to find Wade.
That's a 69.
A 69. Okay.
Your clothes explode.
Let's
off.
have a look at what this is.
That's what
Oh,
I would
that'd
do.
be good.
My insight was a 19.
That's a 10. So for me,
Yeah,
it's
so
4 plus
you-
6.
You get that this is shifty and shady. So 69.
Oh god, what if it's cast invisibility on yourself?
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Wait, as you are standing here, like sort of following this Alakian around, you you start to catch on what is happening here, and he is like misleading someone. You get the sense that he knows that someone is following him now, and he's trying to mislead him. And as you go to exhale, just walking along naturally,
Oh no.
a little puff of fire comes out. And as you sit there and like are
Fuck.
taken aback, you feel your mouth close. And this energy starts to well up inside you. For the next minute, you cannot speak, but you can breathe fire.
Does Isabel notice this fire?
Yeah, do I notice the fire?
What's your passive perception?
It's not great, I don't think. I think let me check. It's only 11. It's not great.
Yeah, you don't notice.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not much. It's just like a little bit of like a just out of the side of your mouth.
So
There's
my,
a street child watching, being like, the fire come from.
my question for this: how long is Isabel keeping this up, and how long has it been since we started doing all of this shit in the first place?
Well, it's been like 5 minutes. She told you to go and meet her
Mhm.
in the alleyway. So I'll say, yeah, it's maybe been like 3 or 4 minutes of her like ducking around trying to be an Alakian and then just hiding in this alleyway. And Wade, you see all this, but your minute starts now.
Yeah, I will then duck around a. Actually, no, I'll roll a perception check. See if I notice anyone's still following.
Make a perception check.
All right. Yeah, it's an 11.
You see nothing.
Okay. Convinced that I see nothing, I will go to the meeting spot. But I'll stay as a Lakein until I get pretty close, and then I'll duck in the alleyway and turn it off.
Okay, Wade, you doing anything in this time?
Humming the Pink Panther theme.
I'm following, and I'm saying to Kev in my head, it's really hard not to blow this fire. This is pretty cool.
Dude, that's so cool. You should. I don't know what you should do with that. Should we stay quiet or should we do something?
No, we have to stay quiet. I'm actually really concerned right now.
What
I
if it
think-
runs out?
I think Alakian might have killed Isabel.
No, you don't think that.
They both went into alleyway together and only Lakian left.
I don't know if he would have killed her. Wouldn't there would have been a body or something, right?
I mean, Lakian's pretty good at hiding. I'm sure he could hide a body.
That's a good point. You know what? We should keep a close eye on him. I don't trust him. Yeah, Alakian, what are you doing?
Wade would think that Alakian killed Isabel.
That's hilarious. Oh, I honestly
I love him so much.
After
Wade
after
is
Isabel
the
leaves,
best.
I'm still like keeping a very close eye to see if I can see anybody or anything following, making a trail or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, with your perception check, you do not see any, heads pop out or things like that you were looking out for.
Okay. Would I have seen the puff of smoke from Wade or the puff of fire?
You would not have. It was.
Okay.
I should clarify. It wasn't like a big thing. It was maybe like this big.
Yeah, just a little.
It's nothing. Yeah.
Imagine Mushu from Mulan.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Mushu.
picturing, honestly.
Good old Mushu.
All right, I guess I will head to the store, still watching for anybody or anything.
Okay, sure. I'll say you meet up with Isabel and you make your way to the store. Wade, your Dragonborn breath fades and you can speak again. And yeah, they don't notice you. They are aware that something was there, but they don't see through your invisibility. And you do see that they meet up, and Isabel is fine, and they start to walk towards the store.
So Isabel's fine. Okay.
Yeah, Isabel's fine.
I would assume you'd probably
That's good.
see Isabel turn back into Isabel. So you would know that you were following the wrong lake in the entire time.
Have I ever seen you do this before? Yes, I have. Okay, never mind.
Yes, multiple times, yes.
That's right.
Multiple times.
And you're
He
all
did it with
freaked out
Mazor, with
Mazor.
what was her name?
with Mazor.
I remember
The,
now.
the
And that Catherine
werewolf
chick. I think that was her name. Yeah, the
werewolf
werewolf
chick, yeah.
chick.
I remember. Leave me alone.
Okay. I'm not stupid, okay? That's just Wade.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just continuing to follow and
Okay.
watch.
Sure. So eventually, you both come to what is familiar to both of you. As Isabel, you will have seen this around, but maybe not been in here. You wouldn't know the owner of this. You do eventually come to the Needle's Eye, which is a clothing shop. And yeah, Alakian, you open the door, and you both shuffle in.
Yeah, I'm trying to shuffle in.
You try and shuffle
I
in
am
with
going
them.
to be.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say I am going to be very careful that there's no way that it gets in with us.
Okay, so Wade, make
Because
a dex
I know
check.
that we were being followed.
Or make an acrobatics check, sorry. It will be acrobatics, because you're trying to dart through this door as it closes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were talking to me. Let's see.
And then, Alakian, you can make an
19.
athletics check to see if you can slam the door in time.
I was gonna be more seeing like if somebody like snuck in or something.
Oh, you're just trying to
Not
look?
necessarily, not necessarily trying to like close the doors super fast, but basically blocking the door. Like
Okay, well then
basically, I'm going in and then like standing right there. with
Right,
the
so
door
it
open.
wouldn't be much of a check for you then. 19 is pretty fucking good. Yeah, I mean, it's an open door. You only take up so much of the door. I'll say, Wade, you can slip in. What's your passive perception, Alakian?
My passive perception
Yeah.
is 14.
So yeah, you wouldn't technically notice Wade slip in. Wade, you would have to get like underneath
Even
the
with
arm
me,
or
like-
something.
Even with me like actively making sure nobody and nothing came in.
Well, here's the thing. I'm invisible. You
I
don't
know,
have
but she's
the door, so I can slip under your legs, under your arm.
Yeah, I mean, there's
but
like
you
you can't
still
take up a whole
space,
door.
though. That's the
You.
thing.
I can see you. You
Yeah.
can't see me.
It's a big.
But
Well,
you
I'll
still
say this
can't
then.
be lost
Take up
them
space,
anyway.
Still make noise, everything else like that. That's the
So
thing.
Wade, would you try and get in if he was standing there in the doorway?
I mean, depends on his stance. Is he just looking like a weirdo, just like the door is
It's-
like this and he's like this and he's pushed up against it? Or
No, like as in, like Isabel. Like I'm behind Isabel. Isabel goes in. I go in behind Isabel, and then basically, more or less, turn, like, not like slamming the door, but turn to make sure, like, to check to see if I see anybody out there first, and then push the door closed in front of me,
yeah, during that time I've
and
run
then
in
see if I
then.
can lock it.
Okay, yeah, because so you wouldn't
that's
be
what the
you wouldn't be
acrobatics check
holding up
was,
the
right? It was me
whole of the
sprinting
door.
in.
Yeah, the acrobatic check was you
like-
to get in through the doorway.
Yeah.
So
I'm in.
because it is weird, I'll give you that. It's a really weird thing to try and roll for. When you close the door, you're not going to be like in the whole center of it, and because it's a shop, there has to be like a somewhat big doorway to see if they can get people in or out that are a bigger size. So like Thyra would be able to fit through this doorway. It's not like a dwarven door.
Yeah.
Because of the 19, because I would rate this as a fairly hard DC, I would set the DC to either an 18 or a 19. So Wade would have just passed it. Saying that, you are aware that something is around. So like you know, but when you close the door, you don't notice that anything is like in your vicinity at this point.
Alright, that's fine.
But you are aware that, you know, something was out there. Something could be in here potentially. You just don't see it come through the doorway while you're there.
Okay. Well,
So yeah,
after
as
I
you-
close the door, I'm going to lock it. Like, is it a key or is it like a twist lock? I can
No,
turn
it's like a
and
twist
just,
lock. You can
inside?
just...
Okay.
And then it'll lock.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Is Ula at the counter?
She is not, but notably there are no people inside the store. It's just you two at the moment. So yeah, it's like these long rows of clothing, like little bits of armor here and there. Some of it is a lot more fancy, some of it is a lot more commonish. And there is the desk at the back end with the bell on it. No one is in your sight visibly.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Isabel. Stay here for a minute. Make sure nobody followed us in. I'm still not convinced that we were alone.
I ran to the streets and the alleyways. Someone followed me there. I know this area, but I didn't see anyone.
I mean, we've seen our buddy Wade go invisible. I'm sure other people can do it as well.
Oi, do you want to stand around here being paranoid, or do you want to start this? And if it,
You
You know?
stay here. You stay here for now.
all right,
Just see if I can find her. And I'll be
all right.
back.
Okay,
I'm
sure. So
going
you...
to head
Are you going over the counter and then into the back room?
Mhm.
Sure, yeah. That's fine. You go in and the room itself, it's like a small rectangular room with like a slight staircase that goes up into the top part of this. As you walk in, you have to like open the like latch that sets the counter from the wall, and then you close it back down with a gentle like thud. You hear some movement upstairs, hearing this, and Ula comes down in her normal, like standard, like light leather armor. Notices you. She says, "Right, no friends."
As she gets to the bottom of the stairs, I'm gonna hold up one finger, and then put another finger up to my mouth. I'm going to walk over to her and whisper, "I think we were followed."
Yeah, you see her her expression, which is like sort of like a almost like sort of happy to see you, but you know, she requested something and she didn't get it. She's a little bit pouty. Turns to like a face of like concern and shock. She says, right, down the hole. And she very stealthily tries to walk down the hole, open the latch and just come down. Do you follow her? What's she trying to do, Wade?
I just wanted to do something while he was doing that.
Yeah, sure.
I go up to Isabel's ear. I say, "You're not supposed to let him go in there alone."
Isabel, you hear this and it scares the shit out of you.
Wade is
Yeah.
so fucked. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah, Isabel would, I guess, try to grab the throat or whatever it whispered, or hits, or just like attack.
Sure.
What?
Make an athletics check, and Wade make an acrobatics check to see if you grapple.
Yeah, yeah.
Natural 20, bitch.
Wade
26.
is fucked.
23.
Yeah.
Or sorry. Less than that. It was like 21.
Sure. So yeah, Isabel, as you like jump instinctively, you whip out your hand, and instead of like trying to make the notion with your hand to actually try and grab the throat of whatever is here, and Wade is about the same height as you, maybe a little bit taller. You whip it out, and Wade, as you step back, you nearly escape it, and then this tendril of like orangey black goop just
Oh,
around the side of you. Isabel, you've caught something.
Yeah.
No, it's Wade.
I'm gonna pull it closer, put my hand around the throat of the thing, and go, "What was that? What'd you say there?"
I said it's Wade.
I'm going to let go.
Okay.
do I hear this commotion?
Probably not. What's your passive? 14, you
14.
said? You would hear something. You would hear, like, a footstep as Isabel jumped. But, it's in the other room. You're not looking at it. It could just be Isabel walking around. Because Wade was being quiet, and she was being quiet, too.
I said you're not supposed to let him go in there alone.
For fuck's sake, wait, let us. Damn it. And I'm going to move into the back room. Because I know it's Wade, so I'm just like, well, fuck, we're being cautious for no goddamn reason. It's fucking Wade.
Are you releasing him, or are you still holding him?
I'll release him. When I realize he's Wade, I would let him go, because it's Wade.
Okay, sure. So...
I'll be here as backup, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
will
your
head to the
invisibility
back.
stays.
It makes some noise. Let them know that I'm coming back there.
Sure, you don't.
Yeah.
And as you come back, Alakian, as you heard this, you would have had a head start. If you wanted to go down into the base area, you could have. Otherwise, you could stop and do whatever.
No, I would have. What I would have done as soon as she started to go for the hatch, I would have looked. Like, this was the thing before Chris jumped in. I was going to turn out and look, and just motion for. I was going to turn to tell her 1 second, and then just motion for Isabel to come back.
Okay.
So
Sure.
that's kind of what I was getting at whenever I asked.
So
Like,
we'll
so my
say.
question is, when did this happen? Because
I wanted
in
to do it
relation
when
to
you
what I
left
was
the
doing.
room.
I mean, it's. Yeah, it's already technically happened.
I
This
just
is a
didn't
tough
wanna
DM
interrupt.
judgment for me. No, we'll say it's already happened, and Isabel releases and then starts to noisily walk around. At which point you pop your head out and motion for her to come through.
Just make noise to let them know that, like, I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm not trying to be like sneaking up. I'm just like, I'm here. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not being sneaky. And I
Yeah.
will
So
follow.
as you pop up the counter and walk behind it, you see there a human woman, red hair, like bright green eyes, in light leather armor, looking at you, and she starts fiddling with a bracelet that's on her wrist. Just like, not using it, but like, just like, it's got beads on it, and she's just rubbing the bead in her hand a little bit. She says,
Hello there.
right, friends then, I hope?
this one. Let's go.
Okay,
And then-
sure, and she opens up the hatch and stands next to it and beckons for the both of you to go in.
I'll go
I'll
down.
go in second, and as before I go in, I'll extend my hand and go, name's Isabella, by the way.
She looks at you and says, right, in you go.
Alright. I'll bring my hand
like
back.
this.
I'll be like, okay, not shaking hands today.
And then she
I'll go
attempts to
down.
do the exact same thing that you did, Alakin, which is to close the door of the hatch quickly. Wade, you see this happen. I assume
He
you're
has
going
to
to try and
jump
dart
over
through
the
the hatch.
counter, though, is my question.
Yeah, well, he
I'm
would have to,
confused.
so
So
he'd
this
have
is-
to make another stealth check.
This is all in the storeroom? I thought it was in the back. Why is there a
It is in the
counter?
back room. So there's a counter.
There's a counter that separates the front area from the back. Which is
Yeah,
why
and then
his
behind the
protocol had to
counter,
jump over.
there is another doorway that leads into the back room, and in the back room, there's a hatch on the floor.
Oh, I thought this was happening like in a basement.
No, it's
No.
just straight.
Okay. So
I would
need to
assume
roll an
that
acrobatic,
Wade
is what you're saying.
would have followed.
If you were to follow, because it's a new building, you'd have to reroll stealth.
Okay. Did I get a look at the woman?
Probably not very much, but as she is standing there now, with the hatch, she's about to close it, you get a better look at her. Yeah. It is definitely a woman with red hair. It's not the man on the wanted poster.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay, she closes the hatch, and you hear her as she locks it from behind.
I was hoping she wouldn't lock it. All right.
Yeah, so the two of you
I
are
told
led
her we were
down.
followed.
Yeah, you did tell her that. Two of you led down this like stone staircase into, familiar to you, like in the pit that was in here, this like little arena of cage fighting. Isabel, you see this for the first time. It is like a large cage fighting like arena that is flanked on either side by staircases going upwards into a viewing area.
Yeah.
She
Heard about this place before. I never thought it was underneath this fucking place.
She takes a look around to make sure that no one is following her. She rolls pretty well. And she sort of like, her eyes start to slow and settle a little bit as she becomes more comfortable in this area. She says, yeah, well, it's been around for a while. So, I assume you're here about the job, right?
I'm here to get more details than what you gave me last night.
Good, because I
I
wasn't going to
have-
offer it to you yet.
Good. My friend here is
Hello?
one of 4 others. But given the lack of details and the nature of our meeting, did not feel comfortable bringing in eyes that were above board.
4 should do the trick, and she requests that you give a brief description of all of them, which you don't have to now, but if you choose to, then she'll
Yeah.
try and memorize it. She says, right, well, the job is not technically below ground, but you'll have to do things a little bit in private. Here's the deal. I have a range of conquerors, and she beckons back to the arena behind her. They're my champion arena fighters here, and they provide a lot of the coin through performance. People like to bet on them or against them, and I make a profit. Everything was going well for a while until my primary conqueror decided to, shall we say, rig a fight and then disappear with a bunch of my money. Here's the thing. I don't care about the money. It's not about that for me. I'll always make more money. What I care about is the disrespect and the treachery that occurred here. The job is to find him and kill him before the Iron Watch gets to him. If you do this, I'll give you all the money that he stole and 300 gold on top of it.
Fuck!
Now, before I tell you where he is, I should warn you. A, the Iron Watch is looking for him. He killed 2 of them on the way over there. And they can have him for all I care, but I want you to get to him first so that he doesn't blab about this place. And she, looks around. Second, I need to know that you're good for it and you can handle it. So, if you'd like to arrange a meeting, I'll throw you in. And she throws her head back to the arena. If you prove yourselves, I only need one of you to beat my primary champions. But if you prove yourselves, I'll give you the job, and you can take as long as you want. But I should mention he's probably going to be skipping town here in a few days, so...
It's good. We're not planning on sticking around long either.
If your friends are worried about legal issues, tell them not to be. The Iron Watch wants him anyway, dead or alive. But I just need him to be dead so that he doesn't tell them about this place.
I called it that was the poster for the bastard that we were after.
You did call that. I'll read that. Isabel, so you want us to send a message for you then?
Sure, it's more so like keeping information confidential.
Right. Well, look, we could kill him as a definite option, or we could fuck him up beyond recognition and make him unable to communicate.
Not what I'm looking
Alive.
for. He needs to be dead.
There are other means of getting information more than talking.
I don't mean just cut his tongue out, I mean ruin him. And I'll give Alakian a look like, you know what I can do, man.
We'll work out the details between us later, Isabel.
Yeah. Because...
So,
Yeah,
few questions. First, what are you wanting as proof? A body? A finger? A ring? What?
Well, you can bring back whatever you want, but I'm going to interrogate you anyway, so... I'll make sure that you're telling the truth.
Alright.
If you want to bring back the body, sure, but to come here you'll have to go through the city, so bringing the body back would not be ideal for you.
That's why I was wondering.
We'll just bring back a head, it'll be easy as that.
If you'd like to explain to the Iron Watch why you found the head, sure.
We've got backpacks. It's fine.
We've got backpacks, we got ways to do you think this is the first time I've transported a body? Or at least part of one.
Right, but you want to explain to the Iron Watch why you have the head in a bag, separated from the rest of his body. I'm assuming you're going to give him back to him, right?
What?
Why would we let him have the body?
I think I know what she's getting at. We could double dip on the reward.
Ah, you could do that, aye.
So, my few more questions. First one, do you have a description of this guy? Or girl? Or thing?
Yeah, she explains to you that he's a human man, with shorter brown hair that sort of comes up a little bit, with a slight beard and mustache on his face. Was the last that she saw of him. That was his appearance for a long time, but since he's on the run, it might have changed.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn to Isabel. Given the information about dead Iron Watch, do you feel like that'd be enough to convince our compatriots, or would you rather the two of us go with this alone?
Isabel's not going to say anything, and say, talk about that later, alright?
Alright. I'm hesitant about all this with some of our companions.
I mean, technically it's not illegal. It's more just protection from myself.
I understand that. I know Isabel
You said that we
understands
needed to prove ourselves. How would we do that? Just fight some guys in there?
Right, yeah. You'd be up against my best champions, but I don't need all of you to fight, but, you know, if at least one of you could best my guys, then maybe I'd have a little bit of faith in you to do it. Otherwise, job's off. I'm not telling you where I've heard he is until I see that.
When's your next fight?
Aye.
So we
That
know
would be
timeline.
in 2 days.
Could we organise it before then so you can find him quick?
I'm afraid fights don't just come. You have to get the audience involved. They've got to be aware. We're spread by word of mouth. There's no point in getting you all to fight in an audience of no one.
Is that? Well, give us to tomorrow. We'll talk to the group. What do you say?
Are you talking to Alakian or to her?
I like him.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I want to talk about this before we get back,
Aye, sure that. Aye.
because they didn't seem too keen on killing an owlbear, much less a person.
Well, it's
So-
not too keen because an owlbear without reward more than killing an owlbear. So,
Yeah. I just...
I definitely have reservations as well. But we can talk about
We'll
this
talk about that later. We'll talk about it later.
after. Aye. Aye.
In the meantime, Ula, I appreciate the offer. I know I, for one, am interested. I will see if I can get my companions to get on board as well. However, I do not know the nature of who or what followed us, but I am very confident that we were, at least for a ways. I apologize for that, but I am not of the mind that they were normal, as in they had some kind of magic help, because as you've seen, I have a particular set of skills. I feel like I'd be able to recognize that fairly easily.
Yeah, she says, right, well, pretty sure they're not in here, so be careful on your way getting back. If you die, it's not my fault.
We can hold our own.
Sucks to
I
be
promise.
I hope you
Aye.
can. Well, come back tomorrow, tell me how many people are going to fight. Even in the pit, you'll get a little bit of coin. People will bet on you or whatever, so let me know tomorrow who I have to hype up. And I'll see you then. In the meantime, try and be safe.
The
Before we
best.
go, this cloak that I got from you earlier, could I bother you to maybe stitch some like silver stars into it?
I'm not on the clock right now, but sure, I'll do it
not
tomorrow.
Right now, of fucking course not. I know it's late. I'm not saying right.
Come
this
back
second,
tomorrow and I'll do it then.
but- All right, fine.
It'll cost you extra for that.
Fine.
You didn't. Elakin, you. Fucking hell, Elakin, you need to really.
Nah.
Just say that. Anyways.
How long have they been gone?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, they'd be gone about 30 minutes, about her explaining things, and then they come back up. But as they come back up through the thing, we'll go ahead and take our break here, and then we'll return, and this strange scenario play out. So we'll take our break now, and we'll come back in 20 minutes. I'm starting to doubt whether the title will happen, but if it doesn't, that's fine. But anyway, we'll take our break now, and we'll come back So go get food, go get snacks, whatever, and we'll come back here soon and continue the story. So in the meantime, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon, and yeah, we'll see you after the break. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yay!
I can't click the mute button. Hello, we're back.
And that's the reason you should eat ass, and smoke grass.
Skate fast. Sorry,
ass and smoke
it's
grass, man.
not an English accent. Skate fast.
Skate
Eat
fast
ass,
and
eat
eat
ass.
ass.
Eat ass and smoke grass.
Right. Anyway, so where we left off, Isabel and Aleki and the two of you were coming up the stone staircase out of the basement area of the Neil's Eye. Ula unlocks the latch, opens up the hatch, and yeah.
How long did you say it's been though?
It was they took about like 20 to 30 minutes of talking down there.
So it's been about like 40 minutes since I cast the spell.
Yeah, you still have time on it left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once we leave, like the back of the store, I will turn to Alakian and go. So I found out who's been following us.
And where are they now?
Wade, what are you?
Wait, hold on.
God damn it!
Are we in the store? Where are we? We're
Yeah, we're still
outside?
in the store. I'm being quiet though.
I'm gonna poke Izzy in the back.
There he is. All right. Now shush. We're going to leave. We're going to leave. We're going to get away from here, and then we're going to kick the shit out of Wade.
Sounds good to me.
So we're going to leave.
Okay, sure. I was
For
gonna
the
think about whether
record,
Ula would roll
the
for that, but no.
goddamn it was in character. For the
Yes,
record.
I figured as much, but I was gonna say she would close the hatch behind you guys just to make sure that no one was left in the pit, so she wouldn't have technically heard it.
Yeah.
You're lucky, Wade, because she would have fucking stabbed you. So yes, you go to leave, and yeah, so the two of you leave. Do you leave the door open on your way out?
I will leave it open for a few seconds to like let Wade out. But I
Wade,
won't,
do
like,
you go
leave
out?
It open.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right. Once we leave the store, I'll be like, Wade, put your hand on my shoulder.
All right, fine.
I'm gonna then I'm gonna go a little further off, like a good 5 minutes away in an alleyway, and then tell Wade to go invisible again.
Go invisible again?
Go
Visible.
Oh.
Visible. Yeah.
Why's that?
Because we need to talk to you, Wade, and it's hard to talk to someone who's invisible. Alright? Just drop it.
We're not gonna kick your ass
We're
yet.
not going to actually kick your ass.
Yeah, why would I go visible if you guys are gonna kick my ass?
We're not going
We're
to.
not
Don't worry.
going
It's just,
to.
it's just a figure of speech, Wade.
Okay, but before I heard everything. I heard it all.
What did we talk about?
And say, what'd you hear?
The plan. I was in the room with you the whole time.
What's the plan? Tell us.
What's the plan?
Hey.
Can I roll an intelligence check based on my poster? I doubt it. No, that's way too far.
Sure, you can roll an intelligence check with disadvantage.
It's
Based
fine,
on the
it's fine.
current
I don't think
events
I'd be
in
able
the
to piece
city.
it together.
Okay.
I don't think it's a smart idea to talk about that right here.
Wait. If you don't tell us, we really will kick your ass.
Wait.
You can't
Drop
avoid us
the
forever.
invisibility. Drop the invisibility so you can look me in the eyes when you're lying to me, and I can look you in the eyes when you're lying to me.
I think you should run.
I want to grab Wade. No, I wouldn't know this.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, you do know where his arm is because he's holding onto your shoulder.
I assume he would let go.
No,
at
I
this
let
point.
go. Yeah, I let
I
go
would
when you
assume
brought
you'd
me
let
into
go
an
at this point,
alleyway.
yeah.
I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I trust Izzy, but I don't trust the Lakian. Not one bit anymore.
Just let us see you. Just let us see you, Wade, alright?
I mean, I don't know why you guys have to see me. Seems
Run and
silly.
find Thyra.
So
Thyra
we
will
could-
protect us.
Like, what?
It's so we can talk to you.
This is an
Just-
easier conversation if we
Why?
can
It's
see
hard to
each
talk
other.
to you. I'm not even sure if I'm looking at you right now.
Wait.
I grab
Oh,
Isabel's cheeks and turn her face toward me.
Okay, I want to grab his arms.
Wait, I am
Okay.
going to be perfectly honest here. Again, I am not going to kick your ass.
I don't think you could
Yes.
kick my ass if you
I'm
tried.
grabbing him. Have I grabbed him?
Like, are you trying to grapple him? Or are you
I'm
just trying to, like...
grapple the fuck out of this boy.
Okay,
yes.
so yeah, make an athletics check. And wait,
You know what?
make
I'll
your
try and slip out.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Ah,
Acrobatic.
fuck, it's only an 11.
One. 15.
Yeah, wait, you see her arms start to come up, and as they go to grab yours, you pull them out.
Right.
Squirmy. All right. I'll drop
It's all that
invisibility.
alligator
Relax. Relax. All
Alright.
right.
Alright.
Everybody chill. I take like 10 steps back from both of them, and I drop it.
Okay, so sure, let's say you're 15 feet away from them.
I don't want to be that far away from them. I'm like 10 feet at the most.
So you're 10 feet away.
Because
Okay.
I don't want to have to yell.
And you both watch as the invisibility fades and Wade is standing there.
Alright. I'm gonna take a step forward, get within 5
I
feet
take
of
one
him.
step back.
Wait, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's alright, Wade.
What do
It's
you
okay.
want?
I just want to talk to you up close. I just say something. That's it.
Don't do
it's
it.
Weird talking. It's weird talking to you this far away.
Social distancing.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna crack the
Doesn't
fuck
seem
out of
right.
this motherfucker. I'm gonna cough in his mouth. I'm gonna take
Everybody
another
just stay
step-
at
I go.
least
I'm
10
gonna
feet
take another
apart.
step forward.
That's close enough, Izzy. Don't take
Right.
another step.
So I'm within 10 feet of him, right? Or am I close
You're
enough?
constantly
you-
at 10 feet away, but you're not close enough to
I'd
get
probably
to 5.
give her like a extra foot or two closer, but that's the closest.
For purposes of game mechanics, 10 feet
Okay.
is what you're looking at.
Okay.
Alright, so what do you know about the plan?
All right, fine. You come closer.
I'll step closer.
Closer.
I will get closer.
I know nothing. Wait. Izzy.
Aye.
If you've ever cared about me in the slightest, you'll at least give me something so I don't look like an idiot in front of Lakey.
Oh, it's Isabel's like for Wade battling with her anger for Wade right now. Oh god, what's gonna win?
Do you need me to give you a persuasion?
Yes, give me a
That help
persuasion.
you?
Yeah,
Alright,
that would definitely help. I'll roll a thing against it.
Oh wow. 21.
Lovable
Put him on.
scamp.
That's-
He is. He's a
Nice.
lovable
Good
scamp.
scamp. She's gonna lean in, and say, "We're hunting a fighting pit champion." That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna kind of back away.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I see this exchange, considering they're
You-
directly in front of me. I can't.
You
I probably
see
can't hear
them-
what's being said, but I see the exchange.
Yeah, but you see Isabel say, "What do you know about the plan?" And Wade go, and she goes, and then Wade pipes up again.
Do that and take that as you will.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I can
Right.
figure out what the hell just happened?
I mean, he would have to say something, I think, first for you to determine. It's
Okay,
a very
that's fine.
specific thing, is insight.
It's fine.
Yeah. I say. Right, Izzy, am I right about that? About the champion we're hunting?
I wait you are.
That's what I thought.
Don't know how he did it, but somehow he got in there and fucking got out.
You almost had
Alright.
me, Lakian, but I beat you. Slipped right past you. You're smart
Well,
though. I
still-
saw you knew I was on to you.
I want you to look me in the eyes. Right now.
I'm not a dog.
You're still in bow range, Wade. But no, I am not going to hurt you. But no.
He's not gonna hurt you, but he just threatened you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a joke, all right. I was joking. God damn it.
Isabel still wants to kick the shit out of Wade. She's really
Wait.
mad at him.
What?
You know when I said that I wanted it to be just Isabel and me that went to this? There was a reason for that.
Right?
It wasn't because I didn't trust any of you. It wasn't because I was trying to be secretive or sneaky. It was because, like I said, this is a much different scene than anybody else is used to, and I didn't want things to get out of hand, as it almost did whenever you were sneaking behind us.
That's weird
I
because it
didn't know.
seems that I was able to get in and out without getting caught. So how do you know I almost got caught?
Because
almost
I
caught you.
found you. I didn't find you, but I knew you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I told our contact
That we would have been followed.
that we were being followed
You know why I went there?
because you don't trust me.
No. See, you imply motive where there is no motive. I went there to protect you guys in case something went wrong because it seems sketchy as hell.
You don't think the two of us can handle ourselves?
Wait, I can
Could've been
lift
going
out
into
the
an
page and
ambush.
throw a grown person through a fucking window.
She threw a grown person through a window.
She
Has
threw a
eaten
dwarf
multiple
through a
people.
window.
Wait,
Still a grown person. She eats people.
bitch,
I have
people.
killed multiple things on multiple occasions. I am quick on my feet, and I could lie my way out of any situation.
And I can
just
just
about.
transform to anyone I want. I can get out of anything.
This is
Honestly,
very
at this point in my life.
All right, no taking. I won't help you guys ever again. Looks away.
Just
Insight
don't,
check
don't.
on all
wait,
of this.
wait, just tell us first, and then we'll fucking say yes or no. We need help.
Seriously.
We'll ask for it.
Seriously. Wade.
Here's the thing: you guys would have said no, but I still wanted to make sure you were safe.
Wade,
Oh, wait.
I know
you
what you
wanted to
guys
make
would have
sure we
said.
were safe. You could have tagged along. But it would have made it a lot safer for you had we known in the first place. You could have stayed outside and hung around there. I do not have a problem with that. Problem I have with you is with you sneaking around, almost
I
getting
just-
yourself killed more than likely.
Pot me kettle.
If she would have found you.
You know what I think? I think you're jealous that I'm sneakier than you.
Oh,
Wait, you used magic. I don't have magic to make myself invisible. No. That makes it obviously a lot easier to sneak around.
Is that jealousy I hear?
I
Wait.
think it's jealousy out here.
It is straight stating facts. If you did
Okay.
not have that invisibility, I could outsneak you any day of the week and you'd get lost trying to find
Well,
me.
it's a shame you don't have
I'm
invisibility
gonna
then.
cover Wade's mouth with my hand.
Do you let her?
Sure.
Yeah. So
Alright.
the hand goes
Wait.
on.
Perhaps you don't insult the very well armed, very well trained fucking assassin where the fuck he is. Alright?
Since when is the assassin?
Yeah. Is he an
This
assassin?
is the first. It's the first word that pops into my head, Wade. Alright? Now look. Next time you want to help us out, you just got to say that you're going to follow us, invisible. That's fine. It's a great idea. You should have brought it up. So, next time, let us know, and then you can take along and make sure we're alright. Or uncover his mouth.
All right.
Alright.
Sorry, Izzy.
Now, what do you actually know about the plan?
I told you.
You didn't tell me shit.
Yes, I did. You were assigned to find a champion, hunt the champion.
And
That was pretty much it.
just gonna look at Isabel.
I will turn so Wade can't see my face, and I will just mouth, I told him that. Please don't let him know that you know now. I'm trying to
I'm not
communicate,
going to. I'm not going
let
to.
him, let him have this.
Let him think that
Essentially,
he. Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm gonna say
am
that.
fully
I
intent-
told him, let him have this.
That's fine. All right, I'm gonna turn back. I'm gonna look back at Wade. All right. So what are we doing tomorrow night?
What do you mean?
What's the plan for tomorrow night?
I don't know. You want to go get beer?
Isn't the play is tomorrow night? Is probably the play.
Oh yeah, we got the play tomorrow night.
Wade. You may have heard who we were fighting, but you clearly did not hear the plan because.
All right, you know what? Maybe we should go get our friends Free and Thyra. I think that they've probably done their little museum tour. Let's go.
Yeah, at this point, you guys would have headed back to the house. Is there anything that you two wanted to do on your way back?
I'm gonna send Wade on forward. I want to stay back and talk with Isabel.
That's fine. Free and Thyra, did you want to do anything on the way back as well?
Not on. Did you want to do something on the way back, Free?
No, I was waiting till we got back to the house to do something.
Sure. Well,
Same.
you will get back to the house before these guys because these guys had an evening appointment. So, yeah, anything that you want to do in the house?
But before Wade leaves, Isabel's gonna go up to him, and she's going to slap him inside of the head. Just like a smack.
How hard?
Not hard enough to do damage, but hard enough to like ring your bell a little bit.
I think you should confer with the thing inside your head.
Isabel. Okay, I will do that. I'll be like, "Oi, how hard should I hit this guy?"
No, I meant like she's been doing damage without you knowing it to Wade.
Correct.
Yeah, there is no response when you ask how hard you should hit Wade.
All right, I'm just gonna smack him
Make an attack roll.
like an open palm slap. Like, I'm not gonna punch this guy in the face. I like.
Yeah,
to
make an attack roll.
Okay, that's pretty good. That is a 14.
Shield. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't think that even hits anyways. Let me
I
check.
don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe it doesn't. You're
Shield.
Okay, sure.
So
yeah.
it hits. This is what that means.
Yes.
Yes, it hits.
So yeah, Wade, you cast shield. Roll on your d20 to see if you get the wild magic out.
Oh, true. Good point, dude. I'm gonna explode in the street. 3. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. You yeah, Isabel, as you go to hit him on the back of the head, it's like you're not doing a powerful slap or anything. You get the sense it'll be fine, but you feel something like push your hand closer and like a more force than what you're intending, and Wade catches it on the side of his eye and just shields up. Yeah, it's not you weren't trying to hit him that hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a look.
Wade's
Okay,
clearly
that's
not
kinda
happy.
You're a little shit today, Wade. Alright?
I was
Being
just
an
trying
asshole,
to
an
help.
asshole. You were trying to help, but you got to clear it with us first. So we
There's
don't, you
better
know.
ways to help, Wade.
I'm
If
not talking to you.
If I had found you, I would have.
You said you
attacked
stayed
across
back in the
streets.
alleyway, and then Isabel walked toward me. So you're back there still. Get out of
That's
here.
Get out of here!
But yeah, then I'll let Wade go.
Sure. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at Isabel's house, I'm assuming you guys would be able to get in. It's a communal area, so it's fine. So what did Thyra and Free want to do?
I'll let Free do what she wants to do first.
No, I require the other, or at least someone else from the other group first.
Okay. I'm gonna look around Isabel's house
Mm-hmm.
for any kind of paper or wrapping materials.
Sure.
Okay, I mean, it could be like cloth or just something.
Isabel, would you keep any paper or wrapping materials in your house?
Actually, yeah, there would be like stuff for like keep bottles from breaking stuff like that. Yeah.
So yeah, you probably find some. I'm not gonna make you roll investigation for that. It's a small house, and you've got time.
Okay, I'm going to grab those up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lost an earring when I was taking Izzy to bed, and I'm gonna scurry into Isabel's room and close the door real quick.
Yeah, Free,
I'm
you
gonna
watch this.
wrap up the gifts that Wade and I got while we were out. Without
Sure.
Free knowing.
And Free's
Yeah.
just writing in one of the journals at the same
Okay.
time while waiting for the
Oh
rest
my
to get
God.
back.
So you do
I
wrap
love
up a few little things. You've got your doll, which is wrapped up, and your beads, which are wrapped up. I don't believe there's anything else that you purchased.
Nope, just that. And I'll put them back in my pack so she can't see them. But I'm gonna come out kind of fiddling with one of my earrings. I found it. It was under the bed somehow.
Well, at least you found it.
Yeah, but it looked kind of silly. The sides wouldn't have matched.
Yeah, it's a style sometimes. I don't know. People have all kinds of piercings.
That ain't true. Also, the new exhibit at the museum. I
Oh, yes.
I kind of think it's the one that should be on the altar that I found. It kind of looked like it could fit. They said they just got it a week ago.
And it was missing when the first collapse, right?
It was.
So then someone beat us there by a week to get it here within a week?
Well, I mean, that's if they only got it last week, so I mean, they could have had it for a little while, even a week or so before we even got there. But it kind of looked like what would fit there.
Okay, so then there must be another entrance other than the giant hole we accidentally fell into, or almost fell into.
And it's a little. How long did it take us to get to Aaron? Okay.
From the pit, you took the long way around, so it took, I think, 2 weeks in total to get there. Because you were
Yeah, so
traveling
they were-
for 6 days and then... Yeah, just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, the timeline kind of fits because we spent a little bit of time in Big Daki before we took the long trek here.
It's true, and if they were transporting things, maybe they had more than, just walking. They could have had a caravan, a horse, anything.
You think we should tell the others?
I'm sure it would pique their interest.
I mean, we can try and get a hold of the big scary guy and tell him that we think we might have found it.
It's true. Plus, maybe if we win favor, we can get some more information on the dig.
We could. But I don't know how to get a hold of him. Other than going back.
We could send
Unless we
Morris
send
to
him-
the door by letter.
That's something I was thinking. I mean, I know he said that we could contact him through the Tarketa, but I don't really trust that they would give him the right information. I trust Mizor a little more.
True. Mizor was good to us. There's nothing yet to discredit him, so
Maybe it could be good for him if they think that it's his contacts that found what they were looking for.
that's true. Maybe bring the town back up a little bit after their werewolf issue.
That was quite unfortunate.
It's quite an interesting twist. A lot of new things lately.
Yeah, so Free, you said that you couldn't do yours until everyone else got there?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I
So,
had something to do. Say.
sure. So, you guys wait maybe like 30 minutes or so, and then the rest of the troop comes in.
I think Alakian wanted to talk to Isabel, right?
You may do that on the way.
Sure.
If Wade gets back first, then I can talk to him.
I mean,
He's
yeah.
heading ahead of them.
Let's say Wade's gonna get there well before we will.
Oh, okay, you guys are staying back a while.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay, so sure. Let's do Alakin and Isabel first, and then we'll do Wade and
Okay.
Free.
All right. Are we walking and talking, or are we kind of staying in this alleyway?
That's up to you. I'm stay and talk, I guess.
Yeah. I feel
If
like
you
it'd
want to
probably
keep
be
it
the
secret,
best.
yeah. Aye, you want to talk about something?
Yeah. So, obviously, our magically inclined friend here was keen on learning what we were doing,
Aye.
which I can't blame him.
Can't either
However,
say. The bastard.
yeah, I had to practice a little self-restraint there a little bit, not gonna lie.
Aye.
I really wanted to kick his ass. Not kill him, but kick his ass. But the fact of the matter is, it's a good thing he didn't hear the whole story with why we
That's true.
are doing this. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they are going to be too on board with it being just because somebody has a grudge. I think our best course of action to get more support from them is going to be simply to say that one of her fighters went rogue and killed 2 Iron Watch guards, and she's trying to tie up loose ends before something else bad happens.
Aye, that's a good plan. Because honestly, this guy sounds like a piece of shit, and frankly, I don't get the reason why she wants him dead. But
I don't either.
I wouldn't mind seeing this guy taken out of the picture, as it were.
I'm not too sure our companions will see it that way.
You got that right.
That's where the issue's gonna come in. Like, obviously, I know you and I are on the same page here, but that's about as far as we can get right now.
Right, so the plan is to lie.
Which we both do very well.
Alright, it's literally my job. So.
Indeed it is. As is mine.
Cool. So yeah, you guys make your way back. A little bit before the rest of them get there, Wade, you do come upon the house.
Hello? Anybody home yet?
Oh,
Hi,
welcome
Emerald.
back.
Oh, hey. How was the rock place?
It was.
Interesting, actually.
We got some really good information, actually.
Really?
They might have the relic that was in the altar that we found.
What? No way.
Yeah.
How do you think that one?
Well, I saw it. I spent a lot of time looking at it, and it looked like it fit the shape and the size, and the timeline fits with how long it would take to get from the pit to here, and how long they have had it. And it was donated anonymously.
Anonymously.
Who would want to donate something like that to a museum?
Well, that would depend what it is.
What was it that they said? They pay top dollar.
They said that about not about the orb. They said that
They-
about
The armor.
something else.
Yes,
The
Siren
armor.
knows,
It
but
was
she
the
would
armor.
assume that they would still pay money for
Right.
something that cool.
Yeah, okay, I know this saying. Yeah. Yeah, that's back in the day, a lot of kids' dolls, the hair was falling out. So it became a really hot commodity for you to have doll hairs to replace them.
Oh, I get it, doll hairs. Ah,
Mm.
okay, it makes sense now.
I love him so much.
God damn it.
Wait, I'm gonna pull Wade aside and whisper. Do you think that's why ours doesn't have that much hair?
Who?
Maybe someone's trying to steal the hairs off of the dolls? They're trying to steal the hairs off the dolls?
Why?
And maybe that's why ours doesn't have as much?
Why would they want to steal? Okay, maybe.
Just watching the whisper, like, what the hell?
I'm just so confused. What doll are we talking about?
The one we bought for free.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be it.
Maybe we had to buy them separately.
Oh yeah, all the pieces not included. Yep.
We'll have to go back and ask.
Some assembly required.
So
God damn it.
episode title.
Oh,
That's
love it.
12.
That's next- that's
Episode
next-
13.
That's next session.
Episode 13. Some assembly.
That is next session.
Oh god damn it.
Should we give Free her her gift now? Should we give her gift now, or should we wait?
Yeah, I mean we can give it to her. Looks like she wanted to say something. Yes,
Okay.
Free?
Yeah. Actually, I just finished this, and I'm gonna hold up the journal to make sure the paper's dry. I'm gonna hand it to Wade, and inside is, like, on the inside cover is the common alphabet, then the Elven alphabet, and then some of the words that he's learned with the translation and the proper scribing over of it.
Did you
Just as
repair
a-
my tomfoolery?
Maybe. And she's gonna look at him and be like, when I was learning different languages, I found it easier to write them down and the words as I learned them, so I thought this might help you with your Elvish.
Oh. Thank you, Free.
That was really
Wow.
nice, Free.
I just know he's been trying for a while now, and hasn't gotten as far. As I
Yeah, and
think
be
he'd
honest,
like.
Izzy kind of gets annoyed every time I ask her about it.
Well, she gets annoyed about a lot of things.
Yeah,
I
you know,
can't tell if that's sarcasm half the time or the truth.
about that, I might have followed them to their little secret meeting, and they were not
Oh.
happy about it.
Were they doing some shady shit?
You know,
Yes,
on
that
account of
happens.
how angry they were, I think so.
Oh boy.
Apparently, the mission is to hunt a champion. I don't really fully know what that is, but that's the best I got.
Hunt
All
a
right.
champion.
It's about this time that the two of you would return. You hear the door, and they.
Yeah, you back?
Free, I'm gonna ask that you keep an eye on fucking Wade from now on. Alright,
don't
that
worry.
would be my job because of what?
Because frankly, you're the most responsible one of all of us.
Izzy, I feel like we're both gonna be keeping an eye on Wade from now on, regardless.
Aye, but when we're not around, I'm giving it to Free.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's very on board with that, just judging from her reaction.
I lean into Freeze. They couldn't keep an eye on me if they tried.
Oh, I know Darling. Alright.
I just imagined Wade falls around singing the Mission Impossible theme.
I was thinking Pink Panther. I was
Yeah, I know,
100%
but-
thinking Pink Panther.
Both of them are fun.
More accurate.
It's just a mix. It's a remix.
Or doing the Kronk song from
Yes, that
Oh
seems more
man,
accurate.
yeah.
Anyways. Well, so we have
Well, I'm going to assume that Wade here has spilled the beans, or at least what he knows of them.
No,
Right.
There were beans?
already.
no, I didn't spill
There were
any
beans and you didn't share?
Yeah, sorry, I ate them all on the way here.
I
I was looking around for beans that were spilled.
You find
Isabel's
no
making a
beans.
mental- Isabel makes a mental note to buy Thyra some beans. She seems really excited about them. I'm like, huh, okay, cool. I can use those to bribe her later.
I mean, you don't just
So-
waste perfectly good food by just spilling them somewhere.
I didn't spill no beans.
It's an expression.
It's an expression, Thyra.
Oh, like doll hairs.
Yes,
Doll hair was
doll
not
hairs.
an expression. That was a real thing. That was a plague that hurt our community.
Cage I've never recovered.
You'll never recover.
For the
It
great
was
doll
never the
hair.
same again.
We don't have many horses. It's hard to
The good-
get hair that will go on a doll.
The good thing that came out of all of that was all the voodoo people left, you know.
That's true.
Good exodus.
It's very hard to come across any voodoo people in Keijo.
Oh, fucker.
Oh,
Don't joke about horse hair. Don't joke about doll hair. It was bad.
Very serious.
well, alright.
Alright,
Sorry
so
to
what's
hear
the
about-
story?
KJ. Well, so
We have a job.
El-
Potential
Elakian's
job.
job. Elakian's contact has a fighting ring. It's not exactly legal, and one of her fighters went rogue, as it were. Stole some money and killed some people, and she wants our help to clean it up. 'Cause
They were specifically Iron Watch.
I killed
guards.
some of the guards here,
Um,
and
the biggest issue that she has is that she believes, in order to save his own skin, that he might divulge certain secrets about her, namely the fighting ring. She
Right.
doesn't want that. But her main issue is the fact that he killed the guards. And
Right.
so she's looking for recompense, and it just so happens that in addition to the money that he stole, which she is willing to give us, in addition to 300 gold, I would assume that the Iron Watch will be looking for this character as well, so we might be able to double dip into the pot, as
Right.
as it were. I know most of you are not exactly persuaded by money, but money does grease the wheels, so to speak. And on the topic of wheels, we need a set to get farther down to where we're going to get to Rakrovi. It's going to be a long trek on foot, and we do not
Right.
have the coin right now to afford getting a cart and horses.
I would like to insight check his Iron Watch comment because I'm suspicious of them because they stayed behind for some reason to talk.
Okay, I mean,
And
make
they
an insight
seem
check.
very angry with me.
That is fair.
Do you want both of us to roll, one of us to roll with advantage, or just one straight roll?
Neither at the
We were
moment.
helping each other.
Okay.
Okay.
What'd you get, Wade?
Oh, 10.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
I mean, it's hard to say considering their actions. So far, they seem to be telling the truth. As technically you guys have not said a single lie.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
He murdered Iron Watch people?
He did. He
He
murdered
did.
two of them.
So,
He
He
did.
did.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
did.
He did.
Okay.
That was one of her key points.
Okay.
Yeah. Oi, so essentially, she wants to have sort of as a
I wanna
repayment.
insight check the where he said that she was more interested that they killed Iron Watch than
Yeah.
him giving up her secrets. Like
Yeah, that seems-
specifically that part.
Okay, sure. So make an insight check.
Oh god damn it, Thyra, no!
19.
And then Isabel, technically it will be with advantage, so make a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's a 26.
You believe him.
Okay. So,
And-
kind of like a bounty then.
Exactly.
Essentially,
like
I-
that.
Now
Here's
does the Iron Watch know that? So, do they actually want this guy? Do they know who he is?
Oi, they do. They're
Uh,
looking for him. At least
at this
according
point-
to,
I'll pull out the poster, the wanted poster.
Mm-hmm.
Say,
Does it look
is
like-
Does it
the description?
look like the guy,
Yeah.
the description that she gave us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks pretty similar.
Aye, that
Oh,
be him
wait.
there, aye?
It looks like you were helpful after all, and that is indeed the fellow we are to be looking for.
You know, I have saved your life more times than you give me credit for. I should have let you be eaten by chaos.
Don't say things like that around me. Don't have.
I'm
chaos
sorry,
get
Easy.
excited. No, it's more like don't get the thing in my brain excited.
Alright, so where do we find this guy?
Wait,
We
wait,
don't
wait,
know
wait.
yet. So
What do you mean you
I
don't know?
have a
You said you have the
question.
job.
that is the biggest
Point of
hurdle we have to get through here.
hey, point of order. We do have to
So-
fight. To prove
Hold on,
that.
Free,
Mentioned that
what's your question?
we mentioned that she has a fighting ring.
Free, what's your question?
My question?
Mhm.
What's
hear
the
you, I'm
point
sorry.
of protecting this woman and her fighting ring? Is that all it is? Is there more? Are we protecting someone who's done something worse? Or is it just a fighting ring?
I mean, he did
From what,
attack City Watch.
She's
Iron
attacked
Iron
Yes.
Watch. Or
Yeah.
what is it?
Iron
from
Watch,
what we
yeah.
can tell, she just runs a fighting ring. It's from what I've seen and heard. I don't
Equal-
exactly think it's
that
or to
very
the death, so.
extended period of time that I spent watching everybody that night that I was down there.
Hmm.
Did I see anything else that looked different than just a fighting ring?
No.
So, with that, last night, whenever you guys were at the bar, I know you guys noticed I wasn't there. Kind of hard to miss.
Right.
Especially after you guys left.
Yeah.
Whenever I left, I went there. She had a fight ring going on at that point in time. I spent from the time I left the bar until about 30 minutes before I walked in the door that night, watching everything that was going on in that building, everything she was doing.
Now,
There
was
is
this a
nothing else.
volunteer fighting ring? Because we don't typically
Yes.
like fighting rings.
Yes, it was
I was
100%
gonna
a
say-
volunteer. There were people that were. It was very obvious that it was volunteer because they were getting paid.
You also remember
got their
they once they were done in the ring itself, they came out and they were healed. They do have healers on deck.
Correct. Yeah, that was the next thing. Like there are healers that are there to make sure that no matter whether you win or lose, you're still alive at the end of the night.
Yeah, it's not like a fight to the death thing.
Correct. Correct.
Hey,
This is not a gladiatorial fight.
We
to the
did
death.
one of those already, and
Yes,
wasn't so
exactly.
No, that was not fun at all.
Honestly, if I'm
Not
sure if
doing
Ella
that
Kane had
again.
found one like that, I'm sure he killed the person already in it.
Yes.
I see now him.
Because again, as I said earlier, the fact of the matter is, people that do harm to others deserve to get harm done to them.
Like,
I have.
Based on that logic, everybody in that fighting ring deserves to have harm done to them.
Let me
They've
finish.
harmed others.
Let me finish. They have harmed people, but they were willing participants, both of them.
Aye. It's more of the
It's
word of the law,
different.
not the. It's more the spirit of the law we're following, not so much the word of the law. So
The biggest thing here is that this woman, no matter whether you agree or disagree with her actions, she is giving people an option to make money. People need money to survive, especially in this city.
right, that's true.
She is
Well,
giving them an outlet.
If you
to
say that
earn.
he attacked Iron Watch and he's a wanted man, as Wade has showed, we should do it through them.
Honestly, and the poster says that wants information. It's not saying they want him dead, right?
He
It was
killed
just
two Iron
information?
Alright, three.
Yeah, at this
I
point
lived
they're
here-
asking for information.
Yeah, I lived here all my life. This man killed two Iron Watch. If they find him, they're going to beat him to death. So
what
this
if
is
we
not,
ask the
this is
watch
not
what
an
they want to
option.
do?
But they want to beat him to death. I know.
If we
I
have
know these-
information,
This is-
they're looking for information. This might be an easy paycheck right here.
No, she
We don't
wants-
have to kill anybody.
No.
I will say, notably, on the wanted poster, there is no mention of reward. It just says information wanted. You would have to go up and negotiate with them for reward.
Basically, they don't want to let anyone know that they've been harmed, and they just want information, so they don't have to pay for it.
Aye.
So
They
there
want
are
this
few-
man
few
dead.
issues with the plan that you guys are offering. First off, we know fuck all about this guy other than he fought in this ring. That's it. She didn't give us where he is. She didn't give us a name. She didn't give us anything. All she
You
gave
had all
us was
this
a
time and
description.
you could get no information from her?
Because she wants, that's the thing, she wants us to fight, she wants at least one of us to fight and win in the fighting ring 2 nights from now, so we can prove that we're worthy and that she can trust us to deal with this problem. Because this person that we are looking for was a champion of her fighting ring, so he's not going to be an easy guy to deal with.
So
Straight up.
you want us to fight in an illegal fighting ring, kill a man for a woman who owns and runs said illegal fighting ring, and then you want to double dip into the Iron Watch,
Aye, it's right.
Yup.
and you expect me to say yes?
I'm not saying any
Sounds
of you have
like
to
a
go
great
along
way to end up in bars or dead.
I'm not saying any of you have to go along with this. I am strictly giving you an option for a job.
Right.
If you
If
want
they
it,
say
fine.
no-
If not, fine.
Yeah.
But the
We'll
fact-
let her.
but the-
We'll let her know if who's doing it, because. And then if you don't want to be a part of it, you don't have to be a part of it. We won't. We
The
won't
main
force you.
thing here that I'm trying to get across, as is Isabel, this person is dead regardless. Period. Straight up. No ifs,
But I
ands, or
don't have
buts
to
about
do it or be a part of it.
Exactly.
Do you? Like I said before, if the guard gets a hold of him,
Then that's on
It's
the
not going
guard.
to
If the
be-
guard kills him or the Iron Watch,
It's not
that's their
going
job.
to be a slow death. It's not going to be a quick death. They're going to make it hard because they killed the allies. We could go in there and kill them
And
quickly.
that is within their right as the law. We are not the law here. I'm not going to kill him.
And why would I care if he got mercy or not? It's not important to me.
It's a person. He deserves mercy, I say.
No.
Might be a shitty person.
Not everyone's ever showed me mercy. Why should I give a shit?
Well, perhaps. That's a lot to unpack there. Let's just say that. So if you don't want to be a part of it, you don't have to be. Wait, what do you say?
Would it help if I went to the fighting ring and won my match and then didn't partake in the killing, but got you the job?
I would rather have you help with the job.
No, you didn't want my help earlier.
Well, because you didn't tell us about it.
Wait. It's not that we didn't want your help. It's the
All
fact
right,
that
yeah,
you went
I
around
get it.
doing it anyway, without telling us.
You know what's
almost
funny?
Got yourself
You
killed.
leave our group a lot without telling us.
I was about to say the same thing, Wade.
That's a fair point, actually. You need to start telling us about
How many
that.
times have we done?
And he would have went to this meeting alone if we didn't insist. We didn't insist Isabel go with you, you would have went to this meeting alone.
Right?
Honestly, I'm surprised you told us.
I will go to the fighting ring. I want to see it for myself. I think it could be fun. As long as there's no one trying to actually kill me. It could be fun. And we'll go from there.
So, are you going to what did you help with the job? You were finding this guy and killing him.
I have to think about it.
Alright? So here's where I stand. Elkane. Elkane. Fucking hell, Wayne.
God damn it!
God damn it, Wayne.
Every fucking time.
I just smirk every time she says that.
Yeah, you hear in the back of your head just the Kev go.
Anyways, so this is where I stand. If Wade says he's not going to help us with the job, I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
So
because
again,
I value the group's decision. If majority of the group says no, I'll go along with you.
So we have to fight to get more information about this man, champion.
Hey,
at least one of us does, yes.
at least one of us
At
has
least
to fight.
one of us has to fight and win.
Okay. I have stipulations.
Alright.
Whoever's going to do the fighting pit win. Get the information we need. Before we go hunting, we go to the City Watch, Iron Watch, and to do it under their banner.
So, you're suggesting that we turn him into the Watch, or we kill him for the Watch?
So, okay. With that, would you be opposed to the idea of doing what you said?
I'm
For the
opposed to
cinema
all
group?
of your ideas, Alakian.
Elkin, let me talk to Tyra.
Alakian's gonna
If-
walk out the door.
Okay.
So if we go to the Watch after we win the fight, you want us to tell them where he is, or to ask if we can take on an official bounty for them?
If we can get an official bounty for this man, because
Right.
he did kill the Iron Watch, then I will take on the mission and we can go kill him for the Iron Watch. I'm not going to kill him for some person who runs an underground ring.
I'll second that with Thyra.
We'll agree with Thyra as well.
If we get the Watch permission to get this bounty, I'll be more willing to help for sure.
If we can make
But
it
I'm not doing
ambiguous
it.
to be dead or alive, or if they're okay with him being dead, then
Equal.
it's official City Iron Watch business.
Equal. Would I know, like, personally anyone within the Watch? Like, would I know a guard or a person?
You may have had run-ins with specific people who would frequent the Bronze Square. I don't think you would know anyone too high up, but you probably know like an officer or two, like a regular, a regular guardsman.
Anyone I know that's a little corrupt? Within
You
my
would,
line
you
of
would
work?
probably know one or two people, yeah.
Okay. Alright. I will keep that information to myself, though. Good to know that I know some people that I might be able to make a deal
Grease
with.
some palms, so to speak.
Here's some palms, make some promises. Yeah, without telling anyone. I will say, alright, tomorrow I will head to the watch. I've met a few guards here and there, know who I am. Don't exactly know what I do, however, that's the important bit. And I'll see if I can't find an official bounty and see what we can do.
Hold on.
Right?
I think we should do the cage fight first. Get the information so we have something to trade for the bounty with the Iron Watch.
Oh no! That's a terrible idea.
Why is that?
If we tell them where he is, then we'll get him. Then we won't get the money, and then we'll have a boss, a fucking criminal
But if
boss.
you go to the Iron
on
Watch
our asses.
and tell them you have information, but you don't have the information
Oh,
yet.
no, I'm not gonna say that I have information. I'm gonna tell them that I'm interested in taking on the bounty.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell them any information. I'm just like, "Oi, I'm in town. I need some money. I have some skills. There's some friends. Two of them are excellent trackers. One of them is a very savvy within sort of underground circles. Maybe that part out, and then probably that part out, and then just let them know that we're here to get some money. We saw the wanted poster, wondering if there's an official bounty we can get in on.
That's a sound idea.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
it's not my first
Well,
time.
what time is it,
my first
roughly?
rodeo.
At this point, you're looking at like 11 to 12 at night.
Is there anybody in the street still?
I mean, yeah, there are a couple people just wandering around, but it's not very many
I'm gonna-
because you're in the industrial streets. I'd say like 2 people are on the street at any given time.
I am going to go up to the most sober-looking one and ask them if they can point me in the direction of the Iron Watch.
No.
Okay. This is a strange request to ask a random stranger on the street at 11 at night.
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
cops.
I'll say,
What are you, a knock?
yeah, you just find a nice dwarven man who, still has soot in his beard and looks a bit grimy. And he points you up into the, actually technically it would be down, into the commerce district. The Iron Watch is not that far away. It's maybe like a 15-minute walk down south. It's near the Dumpy Dog.
Cool. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
What'd you plan, motherfucker?
You'll find out.
He's gonna do what we just talked about, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to go to a guy and be like, "Hey, man, like you're a dirty cop. Here's some gold. Like, give me permission on the bounty. Like, can we get in on it?" And then be like, "Yeah or no." And then I'll be like, "Oh, cool. We know this now." Blah blah.
Sure. So you make your way down the streets. It takes a little bit of time.
Connections.
After about 10 minutes of Alakian not coming back. So look who disappeared again.
Not surprised.
For fuck's sake, we just talked to. Wait, we're either
And
going
this
to
is why.
all be arrested, or or we're going to. I don't know. What's going to happen?
Yeah. So it takes about 15 minutes to get down. You do pass the Dumpy Dog Meadery, which is a large factory building. There are 2 tall chimneys that puff out smoke amidst like a bigger brick building. This is the meadery. It's not too hard to find, and that is gated off with guards in front of there. And then a ways past that, maybe like 5 minutes down the road, you do eventually come into.
What kind of meat?
It's a meadery.
Not a
So-
meatery.
Oh, mead. Okay.
Yeah, they do alcohol. Eventually,
Like microbrews?
They have a meat flavored one though.
that's canon. They now do have a meat flavored alcohol.
Doors
Um,
would.
They would, honestly. So yeah, eventually you find your way to a bigger building. It's like a tall, stubborn grey, like large building. As you walk in, it's it's a little bit shabby, but I mean, as is everything in the town. There is a person behind the desk, and there are like long corridors that go down to either side that lead off to various different rooms. She goes, "You're right. What can I get for you?"
Well, it's more like what I can do for you.
Okay.
I noticed the wanted posters around town. Few questions. What do you want with them?
We just want him for questioning. That's it.
Is there an open bounty on his head? Or could there be?
I'm afraid we're not at liberty to discuss any ongoing investigations for the Iron Watch at this point. And she picks up like a quill that's dipped in some ink and just starts fiddling around with it. So I'm afraid I cannot reveal any information to you, just that we need him to come in to answer a few of our questions. She looks very bored.
She just flicked the quill.
Yeah, I just flicked it down on the
Like on
desk,
the
and it
floor?
just... No, it's on the desk that she's sitting at. She just,
Okay. Trying to think how I want to go about this, because there's a lot of things I want to do, but none of them would probably work well. All right. So, what did he do? Why is he so important?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss any... And it repeats.
You're just not much of help, are you?
Sorry, you're a civilian and I can't give away any information about any ongoing investigations by the Iron
I'm
Watch.
a civilian that is quite skilled and have friends that are quite skilled as well.
She picks the quill back
So,
up. I'm sorry, I need to see
How
some
far
sort
am I
of
from the desk?
identification. Oh, you'd be up
how
at the
far away
desk.
from the desk?
You'd be up at
Cool.
the desk now.
I'm going to attempt to grab the quill.
Shit.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
We're gonna be breaking him out of jail.
I don't think
Are
he's gonna
we,
get
though?
arrested for taking it.
No.
I think he's gonna be put in a drunk tank. I don't think he'll be put.
I don't think it'll go that
27.
far.
With the slide
Yeah, you grab it. It falls out of her hand and she's like, "Excuse you? That was mine. Give it back."
on one condition. Actually listen to what I have to say.
I'm listening to you. I can't reveal any information to civilians.
I'm not
It's an official
asking
Iron Watch
you.
investigation.
Tell you what. Who's the head officer on duty right now?
She points back in the direction of the left corridor. You see now as you get closer, the right one seems to be going down towards some cells, and the left one appears to be going down into a more, office-like building. She says, "That would be Warden Metalfinger, but I can't let you see him without, some sort of thing that's worthy of his time, which is to be decided by me. So."
I have information regarding this character. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it worth my time so I can be worth your time.
Alright, just give me the fucking quill back. And she puts her hand over
I
the
hand it
thing.
back to her.
She plops it down on the desk. She says, "Wait here," and she goes back to go and get the warden. And that's where we'll end the episode, because I don't think we have time to do
We
that
have
exchange
1 minute
either.
till we end, so.
Correct.
I say in honor of coronavirus, we go 30 minutes extra every night.
Well, I mean, we did start late.
This is
No.
factual. We just start 20 minutes late.
Yeah, but that's not in my control, you guys, and I gotta go do stuff
I mean, you
have-
hit the start and stop button.
on time. I hit them on time. And I did hit it on time. It's the Discord was messed up.
All right.
Discord decided
Yeah.
to be dumb.
We'll see if we can do a later one next time because I've had all this story stuff planned for like 4 weeks, you guys, and like none of it is coming out.
You know why?
I
We need to
thought
stop
you'll-
splitting up.
We need to stop
You mean
wanting to
Alakian needs to
Lakian
stop going
things.
off on
Yeah.
his own for half
I
of
thought
the
y'all
session?
were just gonna go and see her and be like, "Oh yeah, we'll organize an arena fight for 2 days from now," and then you go home and be like, "Anyone else want to join?" And everyone will be like, "Yeah, sure, we'll join the arena fight," and everyone will be like, "Oh cool, we'll arrange 2 more." Nope.
It ain't that easy, pal.
Hey,
Nope.
This is a close to philosophy, morality.
Which,
and also,
by the
I would
way-
like to say, we need to get a toddler leash for Lakian, or one of those squeaky shoes.
Which, by the way, I don't mind if you guys go off tangent at all. The one thing that I dislike is that I have to name the episodes beforehand and it doesn't match up.
That's what I said.
No.
Name it something that happened just at the end. So, like, next week should be like, I don't know, something about talking to the warden, because that's where we're
Yeah.
going to start.
I'm about to
Like, immediately
start
where we're gonna
naming them off after the episodes on YouTube. That's what I'm about to start doing.
Or you name it something random, like applesauce, right? And then we, as the players, have to find a way to fit it into the story.
Doll hairs.
Exactly.
That was
It
Listen,
starts with
man.
that was
dollars.
top tier improv.
That was a serious
that was
issue that
great.
afflicted the whole south side of Keijo and the rest of Casco. That was a very serious issue. We do not joke about that. Anyway.
I would like to say that Isabel, having missed the entire doll hairs conversation, came in and then just like, yeah, this is a plague, and it's like, what? Fuck
It was before your
happened?
time.
What
It's
about
alright.
doll? Why are you talking about doll hairs? What the fuck's going on? I'm so confused.
But yeah, anyway, we're gonna end the episode there. I know it's sad. And then next episode, I'm sure we'll get like 40 different things done because that's how these episodes go.
Or we'll get nothing done.
But until then, thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing. I appreciate it. And we'll be back here next Monday to continue the story. And we'll see everyone then. So have a good week. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And let's keep making stories together. And we'll see you next Monday. Toodles, y'all.
Bye bye bye.